T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Yo, hey girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Chan. LadyChann is in the building. What up, though? Hang on, let's just get the hair in place. The bitch always be late. Hang on, let's set the tone. I need diamonds and rubies. I'm crazy about Bentleys. We have lights at the back. Okay, let's have them at the back. Un momento, por favor. Let's just have blue. Let's just have blue. All right, cool. Okay. I'm reloaded. Let me go over here. Woo. It's raining. We've got like a rainstorm. It's cold. Well, it's cold, but I feel quite warm to be honest. I don't know if it's already the lights that have the effect on the old girl. But all right, so this one we've got two back-to-backs. This is non-members quick chop up, and then we've got the members live. So let's get this on and pop in. Get my people on in the building. We could chop because we got to talk about this Bud Crawford situation. So let's talk about it. Let's get the banner. Let's get the here's the link for the chat as well, you know. There we go. Okay, so banner. I need to put some. Hey, you know when there's just one stray hair that's in the building that wants to be a part of your world. Okay, so this is called. I can feel you, stray. Stray, are you okay? Are you okay, stray? Are you okay? Are you okay, stray? Hang on, I'm just trying to figure out my life. 1 minute. Okay, so this show is called Terence Crawford Tell All on Errol Spence. Oh yeah, that was it. What? Terence Crawford Tell All on Errol Spence. Down here. Yes. Come box with Chan. Chan. And then I've got to do the roll call, and then everybody, get your asses here. All right, coolio. Gang. All right. So, in the building, we have Modern King Boxing in the building. Jimmy McClenley in the building. Ringside Reporter in the building. King of King Boxing in the building. We have Lisa Bells, the Queen, in the building. Stephen T in the building. Mark, my guy, Niggity Nash in the building. We have Donald Banks in the building. New Media Today USA boxing in the building. We have AJ All Day in the building. Charlo in the building. King TJ in the building. El Primero, aka Upload Type in the building. And El Edificio in the building. In the building. Yeah, we love that. Dr. Paul Evans in the building. Devil Beats in the building. My girl Arta the Let in the building. D-Star Boxing in the building. Dub Right Side in the building. Slim Boxing Commentary in the building. Hope you're feeling better, mate. Hector Garcia, mi esposo número uno, in the building. Mark in the building. And Ricky Ricardo, saludos en el edificio in the building. Yes. Okay. We got shouts out to you, Dead. Oh, hang on, sorry. Dead Game.
Hi.
It tried to not let me say hello to you. Dead Game in the building. You're outside as well. Star Fox in the building. AJ All Day, Lisa Bales in the Blood Clot building. We got Bomb Squad and we got King of King Boxing in the building. Eric Gomes, Bomb Squad in the building. Saludos, mi hermano, in the building. What up, Joe? Much love in the building. Yes, we got you, Ivo Locos. Okay. All right, so introducing, introducing, AJ All Day, Ali. Ding. What up, Joe? What's up, AJ All Day in the Blood Clot building?
Hey, Jay, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clickety clear. Can you hear me?
Awesome. I can hear you. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Sorry, let me gloss. I forgot.
No problem. Do you think?
How rude of me.
You look fine already, by the way. So.
Oh, thank you. But you just have to just add just the gloss, just the finishing touches, and then we good to go. Who is Shan without lip gloss? Nobody. I'm nobody without lip.
Chan would just be Shan. Don't need the lip gloss, in my opinion.
Yeah, Shan would just be. You're right, Shan would just be Shan. All right. And this lip gloss is this lip gloss is struggling now because it's like nearly finished, but I have backups upon backups upon backups. Hey, AJ All Day.
What up? Yeah, interesting situation yesterday. Brought a lot of lightness to the dark, as it were.
Yeah, mate. Well, we had, as we saw, Bud Crawford come out and tart the tunes them. He came out and spoke what needed to be spoke. And sickening as it is, people are still saying he's a liar. Can you believe that?
I mean, it's as Bud said. It's like I really don't know what else to tell you if you still don't want to believe that. You know what I mean? Clearly, people who don't believe him at this point just have some agenda, and they don't want to know facts, or they're just stuck in their own reality. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's really sad.
It is.
And honestly, and what Bud said, it lines up with the PBC's history of what's gone on for the past few years. Why fights don't get made, why their fighters aren't allowed to take certain fights, not accept any other offers at all.
Oh, you went a bit robotic there. You back?
I'm good. You can hear me?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I thought you was doing a Kenny Ken.
Snap. I might be cutting out because I'm on my phone right now. But
no, you're right. You're right at the minute. You're right at the minute. Okay. Yeah. So those aerosexuals are out in full force, trying to discredit everything. I even saw them in the chat, while Bud was talking, and those people, all of these aerosexuals. I mean, you could be a fan of a fighter, but like we said, fanboyism gets. Because at this moment in time, I'm preferring Wilder supporters. That's a big thing.
Well, it's hard to tell them apart sometimes. Because it seems like, I have a hard time telling them apart because when Wilder lost, they probably just went to Errol. You know what I mean? They probably just flocked to him after he got knocked out.
And then I know some Wilder supporters that don't support Errol, and I know some Wilder supporters that do support Errol. And I know some Errol's. I know some Wilder supporters that don't support Errol. I know some Errol supporters that don't support Wilder, and I know some support both. You know, peace to the girl, LadyChann, in the
That's odd.
building. Yeah. So and some, but but usually some of them are hand in hand. But I don't know. These cats just feel like, let's run a bit of Terence's interview. Not interview. We keep saying interview. I say interview. It's his live. And yeah, I was told that, why is he going on his Instagram live? Why is he not going on? Why is he not going on the BLK's promotional page? Because now he's not allowed to use his Instagram to address
Yeah, right.
people.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Now, see, it's always something. It's like, oh, now you can't do. It's like, come on, guy. Like for real. I mean, seriously.
He's not allowed to use his Instagram. He's not allowed.
If he probably did use the Black Prime, whatever, to say that stuff. Oh no, why didn't he just go on Instagram to say that?
Why didn't he just do it on his Instagram? Black Prime looks trash anyway. Oh mate, this guy cannot win for winning.
Nope, he can't
lose for losing. Just his mere existence irks their soul. So hang on. Let's just have a look, shall we? Let's have a look. Yeah, because these are. Sorry for these.
Yeah, sure.
Let's get rid of these commercials.
And it's sad because shout out to Jed, by the way. He was saying that it's a shame that this is taken away from the fight this weekend. This is going to be a good card out there in Abu Dhabi. You know what I mean? All this nonsense going on.
Yeah, I know. We got Bibble Zurdo. I know, and everyone's yes, right, it's true.
He's up to the arms about this, and it's like, we got a great fight coming on this weekend, man. It's a great card out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sad because these people ain't really boxing fans, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, they're not. Yeah, they're just fans of Errol, and they just pretty much support whatever he does. But it's like, shout out to Jules because he went live yesterday. He was saying like, unless Errol or I'll come out and say the truth or say their side of the story, well, guess what? Everything what Bud said is true.
Yeah.
But we already know it is. I mean, I don't think he was lying. So
no, what gives the feeling that he's lying? Why would that call for him lying? Like, why is he coming out on his Instagram? Does that got to be a lie? He's just come out. Errol says nothing. I've given him 48 hours to respond anyway.
Yeah, I'll give him to the end of the week. If he doesn't say anything, then it's true. Then it's true. I already know it's true anyway. He's not going to come out and say nothing anyway. So
maybe you could give him end of the week. I gave him initially. I was like 24 hours. If anybody lied on me, I'll be out in 24 hours. But I gave him 48 hours because he needs a translator because all that he may not be able to get one soon enough. So I gave him that.
Stuttering he does. So.
I gave him that grace period of the slurring and that grace period. So so get your interpreter from the Buddhism.
I'm taking bets, by the way. If anybody thinks Errol's going to come, his fans, if anybody thinks Errol's going to come out and say nothing, hit me up. I'll bet you.
Yeah,
I bet you a few bucks. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't gonna be betting you nothing. All of a sudden, their big money bets have gone down to like 10, 5. I'll bet you $5. I saw people saying, "I'll bet you $1,000." I bet you $1,000. I'm introducing, introducing, introducing Lisa Bales, the queen in the blood clot building.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How you doing?
I'm good.
We're here in the building. We're just gonna, do this chop up real quick about this craziness. You could say your piece on it. If I'm gonna play a bit of Bud's live actually. So
okay,
and then we can just bounce from there and go from there. All right.
Gotcha.
All right.
to get into it. About to get into it. Yeah. All right. So listen, y'all. I'm about to give it to y'all raw and uncut. You know, I started talking to Team Spence, I would say, and Al Hammond and them about May. You know, right after his fight. You know, just going back and forth. You know, they sending me a proposal with the interest of a Spence and Crawford fight. We didn't get a contract until August, and you know, it was just kind of like a regular contract. You know, it wasn't nothing. It was initial proposal. It wasn't even a contract. It was a proposal, and Spence, Crawford, the intentions of us fighting. Okay, so we going on the basically the negotiations of what a contract would look like before we actually got the actual contract. Al goes in to saying a guy that I don't know, never represented me, not affiliated with Team Crawford, have no whatsoever place in Team Crawford's, you know, stable, representing me in a contract which I have no nothing upon that I agreed to. So basically that was a standpoint of what the contract would look like. So basically I'm talking to Al and I'm like, Al, come on, man, I don't even know this guy. You know, how can you do that? And he's like, well, the guy stated he's a part of your team and whatnot. And, you know, we going back and forth that I'm friends with. You know, I honestly can say I'm friends with. So, hey, bro, look, listen, you know what I mean? I got this company that's willing to give us $25 million a piece, guaranteed. What's up? What you gonna do? He like 25 million. What about the back end? I'm like, dude, listen. If they make their money back, then we get 80-20. You know what I mean? It's simple math. I said, man, we got people all still in the fight. They got the fire sticks. He laughed. He like, man, I got a fire stick too. I'm like, see? I'm like, man, ain't nobody really buying, you know what I mean, pay-per-views no more. I said, man, we get this upfront money and we good. It's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? But one thing about me and the difference between me and the difference between Spence is I'm really my own boss now, and he's not. He got to go through Al. He got to go through, you know what I mean, his team and ask them if he can do certain things that I don't have to no more. Yeah, I might have had to when I was with Top Rank because I was signed to Top Rank and they was my promotional company. So of course I had to go to Top Rank and ask them to get me this fight or do this for me or do that for me because I was obligated to do certain things by their standard because I was signed to them. But now that I'm a free agent and I'm free to do whatever I want, I'm the one sitting at the table. I'm the one that's you know, talking directly to these high individuals. Errol Spence not talking to, you know what I mean, Terence Crawford about the fight. You know what I mean? Errol Spence wasn't at the table. Errol Spence can't tell you or show you a contract that, you know what I mean, says Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, you know, that he was there on the negotiations of. He can't do it. You know, so he had to go back and ask Al for permission, you know, if he can take this big chunk of lump sum of money to fight Terence Crawford, which he didn't call me back. So I proposed it to Al. I hit up Al. I'm like, Al, listen, man, I got this big hedge fund company out here. They claim they know you. Not one, but two. Not one, but two. Two companies willing to put 20 plus million in both of our pocket, guaranteed. Al told me straight up, I'm not letting nobody touch this fight. Like, all right, cool. But I'm like, why? He like, why would you want to put a ceiling on yourself? Why you want to put a cap on yourself? I'm like, well, that's not putting a cap on myself. If this company is taking a risk, then risk, high risk, high reward. If that's the case, I can't seem to see a fight that's been doing millions, since Floyd and them. So, that was an altercation, I asked Al, I said, since this fight is dragging on with me and Spence and we can't get things together, why don't I come out and meet you with my lawyer and we just wrap it up? Just me and you and my lawyer. Al said, his mother was, not doing too well, and I honor that and I respect that. Family first. I'm a family oriented type of guy, so I know what it is, to put your family first. So I'm cool with that. But then again, as negotiations still drag on, and I had stated that I wanted to fight in this year, I asked Al again because we seemed like we wasn't getting nowhere. So I asked Al, I said, Al, listen, why don't you get Spence and you, since you his representative, and I'll get myself and my lawyer, and we just make this fight, anything we gotta do, we can do it right there and sign, seal, deliver. And Al told me straight up, that ain't never happened in the history of ever, where two fighters sit down at the table and they come to an agreement and they get a fight made like that. Not even Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. So I'm like, okay, well, it's the first time for everything. I never heard of a fighter ever taking zero guarantee in a fight. I never heard of a fighter of a 4-rounder taking 0% of a guarantee. That is something that's new to me, but that's something that I was willing to do to make this fight happen. A lot of people, they say, oh, well, Terence, you ducked, or Terence, you did this and you didn't want to fight Spence. I'm the only one that was taking all the risks. I told him, all right, cool. I take no guarantee. I take, the less end of the money. Whatever it is you want, I'll take it, because that's how much confidence I got that I'm gonna beat that man. That's how much confidence I got I'm gonna beat that man. So, even though I know I was getting fucked in the long run, I just, wanted a little transparency. I said, okay, if I'm gonna bet on myself and I'm gonna go against all the odds, then I wanna, a little transparency. Of course, I want to be able to write off on, things that's gonna affect my check. Of course, I want to see if the numbers add up to what they telling me. You're not gonna go in. It's just simple to me to think that a person will go in a business with a person 50-50, and this person would tell them, well, you got to give me 50% down and I give you 50%. And then you say, oh, well, I'm not going to tell you how much we really made, but I'm going to just give you this. You just got to trust me. Come on now. It don't make no sense. I never was offered a guarantee.
just wanted to stop it there for a minute, innit? So, 1 second. I could see. Tell me you did hear that. Oh.
Yep.
I thought it was a chat that he's going to say, I heard
it.
I was going to kill you guys and go, you made me go that far, that long. I just looked in the private chat, that's why. Okay, so as we can see, all right, we've already got some active, you know, we've got the couple aerosexuals in the building, you know. We thought we cleared out the trash. Clearly not. I didn't put the bins out in time, did I not? Didn't put the bins out in time.
What you talking about, mister? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Manny? What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Oh God, it's just one of them days that a girl goes through when you're angry inside. Don't want to take it out on you. Just these aerosexuals, man. It's one of them days. I think it might be the day where, you know, the vagina expels an egg, and you know, it's one of them days for them.
Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro? He said his girlfriend. Nigga gay now. My brother, man. Hey, sir. Look, ain't gonna get jealous. She said, don't kiss him. My brother. Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro? He said his girlfriend. Nigga gay now. My brother, man. Hey, sir. Look, ain't gonna get jealous. She said, don't kiss him. My brother.
He's my brother.
Was that the guy saying, like, why did he fight Boots?
Yeah. Where's that guy that said that? Yeah. He a boss, right?
Well, I got to retort. Why does the Spence fight Boots? He's mandatory, ain't he?
Is he the IBF one?
Yeah.
Yeah. that Spence hasn't fought in the building for 4 years.
Yeah, he ain't fought a damn mandatory one, so why does the Spence take care of him?
So, yeah. Drake for TV. Answer me that, please. Come on, get us to type in. Why hasn't Errol Spence fought his Mando?
In 4 years.
It matches the number in your name. Foul. Yeah, Errol Spence hasn't fought his mandatory for 4 years on TV. Drake. Yeah, so I don't know. If you let me know what's that food revolution. Foodie in the building. What up, Foodie? My sister in the building. Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to. This fight is 50-50. If you get in 25 mil, he deserves 30, ninja. What do you mean? So, no, he said that they can get 25 milli each.
And you still want him to get more? What are you, his accountant?
Oh, yeah, you have to be. You is it. What is it? Fanagers, as we saying it.
Yeah, like, come on now. I mean, what's wrong with them getting 25 million apiece? What's the problem?
That's not good enough now.
He needs 30. He's got to get 30. He's got to get more no matter what.
Wet fish, because he's not big. The wet fish has to get 30. Our money in the building. What up, our money? Oops, my bad. Let me give you the super chat in the blood clot. Thanks, Al. Not that. Sorry. Shouts out to you for our money for dropping that $2 on your girl. LadyChann in the building. That's right, Al. We always in the building. And thank you for your donation. Massively appreciated. As always. We've got another one. My girl, Food Revolution in the building. Foodie, thank you for dropping that $0.25 on your girl. Thank you so much, Foodie, for dropping that $4.99, that $0.25 It's always appreciated. And I see the little sticker over there. It's the hippos that have come up. It's like the Hungry Hippos game. What up? I'm here in the building, you know. Hang on. I'm going to pay you some attention for a little while.
Oh, God. Here we go.
A little while. But I do not have any business sense. He just became a free agent. He couldn't wait to say he's his own boss. Are you your own boss? Who do you work for? Are you an employer or an employee?
By the way, you still haven't answered the question, by the way. Thank you. You still haven't answered.
Yeah, that's right. Answer one question at a time, sir. Yeah. Like, where's the man though for Spence, who is Jerome Boots Ennis? Where is he? Where he at? Where he at?
I'm chilling. I'm drinking my smoothie. I ain't going nowhere.
Everything in the box to the left. Where is he? Where is he? Come on, I hurry up. You got to type faster than this, street, because, we've got a show to do. We ain't got time to just be on your beck and call out here. Yes, L. Harvey in the Buddhism. What up, L. Harvey? What up, he's a big dummy. And Errol Spence is a big... What? I always saying this because this is for there's nothing wrong with being a part of the rainbow community, but let's keep it a trillion. Let me know when there's a Bud Crawford one of these.
Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro?
He said his girlfriend.
Nigga gay now.
My brother, man. Hey, man.
Hey,
Hey,
sir.
Look, my brother. Getting jealous. She said, don't kiss him.
My brother. Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro?
He said his
Yeah, he is a big dummy. Thank you for that comment on that piece of footage. He is a big dummy. I'm just waiting until we see Bud Crawford with that piece of footage. That's all I'm waiting for you. And then let me know, because you lot all of a sudden don't seem to have the same energy when it's a bit of fruity energy in the Buddhism. I can hear ducks.
Quack.
I can hear duck. No, but literally, I thought I could just hear ducks. I thought I could hear quack.
For real?
Yeah, no, I swear. I thought one of you lot.
I don't know. I'm in the house.
No.
I thought you lot was playing the duck and sound effects. Oh, shame.
No.
Lisa, so what do you think when you watched that Bud Crawford breakdown of what he was saying? Was there anything hard for you to? There's a few things that I will pick out, but I want to hear what you lot got to say on that. What did you gauge from that?
Well, what I gauge so far from listening is that he's trying to make the fight happen. He's doing what he needs to do. He's out of the top rank business. So he's, I'm sorry, somebody got something going on outside of me. And so that's that noise you hear. Yeah. He's trying, to do his best to make this fight. He's been trying for years. He didn't have the same opportunities as Spence, where Spence had everybody on his side. You know what I'm saying? Where he fights at, so he had everyone available there. He's been trying to make the fights. He talked about the proposal. He talked to Al Heyman or whatever. So he's trying to get it going. But I'm not upset. Why would I be upset with a person that's still trying to make a fight, to still be active, knowing that the fight is not going to happen right now? I mean, who am I? I don't delve that much into it, like where it's like he's trying to feed his family, and he's at the tail end of his career. He's at the latter part of his career. You know what I'm trying to say? So whatever he do right now is going towards his future. So I'm not mad at him for becoming his own boss. He's in the early stages of it, so it's gonna take time. But I'm not mad at anything he said. I'm really tired of the community, as far as it just gets tiresome.
Yeah.
After a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not involved in no fuck shit. I don't want to be involved in no, I'm on this side, that side. My next birthday, I'll be a certain age. I don't give two fucks.
In the building.
You get what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what none of these people do. I'm not getting no motherfucking money from it. Yeah, and they do what the fuck they want to do.
That is very
Sick
true.
as fucking bullshit. You know, they just create a lot of fucking division.
Yeah, that's what they have created. Loads of division yet again. You know, these pro-blacks, you know, love everyone that's black that only sucks cock and gargles balls. We know, I know. And, you know, bat on both sides of the team, we know. It's always corny when I play that. You know, heterosexuals always say, see, that's corny. Spence a yard man. No. Don't bring in the blood clot yard thing, boy. You see me, daddy? Because I'm half Jamaican and yard man don't.
They don't do that shit, do they?
Yeah. And when they do it, get monoed. You see me? So if you're either that, you're that. I eat that. Yeah? And if you're not, you're not. Which one? Because we'll accept you either way. Stand up and own, you know, your sexuality. Because, you know, obviously fruitiness is in the building. You know, you went on people.
I'm a grown ass. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
I'm a grown ass woman and I don't have time to play no kids games. I really don't.
We don't. And when we see man go
juvenile
out,
bullshit.
It is. But when you see man run like when you've got the girlfriend that's being the man and you know she set warm bath and the bath is all warm and he's like, oh, it's so warm. And you know, man's legs them cross and numbing strawberry upon the bed and now man, don't try to disrespect Jamaica like that, fam. Don't do it. Like, don't you dare do it. Man, they have to get dashing on the blood clot trash. Yeah, where? See that out, fam. We bond that, fam. Well, you know when Errol Spence goes to yard and he's like, and they see that footage. And this is what everyone in Jamaica just thinks like.
What you talking about, mister? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Manny? What you talking about, Dad? What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, man. Like, just tell us the truth, Spence.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
When you wanted to fight, like you was full transparency with you and Al Heyman when Al Heyman was gonna pimp you to Canelo. Canelo was like,
get the fuck out of here, man. It's my night.
Yeah, it was just like, get the fuck out of there. He didn't want you in the building. Yeah, Canelo didn't want you. He didn't want you, you know, so. And if Canelo did have you, it would have been one of them ones. Canelo would have just been...
Hey, get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Yeah, you know them ones. Yeah, Canelo would have fucked you up in the building. Yeah, go ahead, AJ.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Oh, okay, I thought you was going to say something.
No.
Keep it boxing, Miguel. Yeah, I am. This is boxing. Like, it is boxing. It's about following boxers on their journey. And if I can follow him on his journey, I want to be someone that stands behind the first out there openly homosexual boxer.
He doesn't like you bringing up Spence. He doesn't like you showing that clip. That's why. Yeah,
I want to support it. I want to support it. Why can't I support like his journey? D-Ray in the building. What up, D-Ray? Them man, they get deported. Yeah, you get me? Keep it boxing, Miguel. You read it to Mal, man. They're on a mad thing. Sports heaven. I know that's your guy, but desecration mode activated in T minus 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Desecration mode activated. We desecrate it. Like what Mal says, he toe tags and body bags. I deal with stats, facts, and data. And, anything that I'm saying, tell me, is it a lie? Is it not fruity? Is it not? So all of this fruity behavior outside the ring seems to be the reason why we can't get him inside the ring with Bud Crawford. So let's just continue playing the rest of what our good old Bud said, shall we? And then I'll address you, thingy. But I won't keep on addressing you. Like, if you want to come on the panel, if you want to come on the panel, you can come on the panel. Look, I'll drop a link. Let me just drop a link because I wouldn't mind to hear from certain cats. I do have a members only live in 1 hour, so I ain't got time. I ain't got time all day on this topic. You can look at my news report on it. Zone 6 the blood clot building. Yeah, this is look. These are the bad boys that I hang out with. You get me? You don't hang out with no Fruity Loops, fam. So anyway, yeah, shouts out to you, Zone 6. The link's there because the thing is, right? These cats never seem to come on the panel, or
But they got a lot to say in the comments.
They got a lot to say. Or you could call in as well because there's the American numbers down at the bottom scrolling across the screen. And we got introducing sports heaven. Sports heaven.
What's up, Queen? What's going on, panel?
Yeah, we here.
What up?
Hey, you silly.
We here. We not queer, but we're here for it.
Yeah,
We're
I just had to speak up for myself, Queen. I done been on here many times. I done said that Crawford. I'm a fan of Crawford. He's my second favorite fighter behind Tank. That's my guy.
Yeah.
And I think he's pound for pound number one.
Did you say behind Tank?
I said yes. To me, as a person, as an individual, yeah, as a fan of boxing, I like Tank, and then I like Crawford.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I like I like the talent. I like what he brings to the table. I like his speed, his power, his IQ. That's how I come. I like him. I like Tank a little bit better than Crawford. Is he better than Crawford? That's another conversation. But I personally like Tank, and I also like Crawford, and I like the Charlo brothers.
Do you like Spence?
I think Spence. Yeah, I do like Spence. I think he's and I think he's in the top pound. He's one of the top pound for pound fighters. It's just if you want my personal opinion, I think at 147, Spence beats. He can beat. I think I will put my money on Spence. I will root for Crawford if I don't have a bet on the line. But if you told me that, I think it's a 50-50 fight. But if you said pick somebody, you can't pick 50-50. I would lean with Spence. I just think at 147. He's the king of 147. He earned it.
It's your opinion.
Yeah, I just think at 147.
I will rap on you today.
Yeah, but but I'm a Crawford fan, so I just want to be clear. I'm not. I'm a Crawford fan.
Anybody? Let me just tell you what I found out on this YouTube. While I've been on this YTB. What is it? YTBC. Right. Any person that says I'm a fan of both Bud and Spence, the latter is who they're really a fan of, because they then proceed to say, but if they fought, I would pick Spence because I think Spence is the better fighter. And then they could continue to say why Spence is so good, and all of a sudden the people that they equally like, Bud and Spence, I don't hear nothing about Bud again except for that introductory line. I've heard it time in and time out. Anybody that says they like Bud and Spence, they don't.
Wait. Sports. Look, can I ask you something right quick?
Let me say this. That's fair. You feel like that, but so let me ask you a question, because I know you're a fan of boxing. So let me ask you this. I like Mike Tyson. I'm a fan of Tyson over Holyfield, but I feel like even in Mike Tyson's prime, he would struggle to beat Holyfield. I think he's a bad matchup for him. So you're saying that because I might like a fighter more, that I it's not okay to say, okay, well, my favorite I like Tank more than I like Haney, but I think Haney might, I think Haney might can get Tank. So that means because I think that
you might be an exception.
Hey, sports. It's funny that you think that, because Floyd thinks that too. That's why he doesn't want Tank to fight Haney or Shakur. He told them to fight each other. So I agree with you there.
Well, I never talked to Floyd. I mean, anytime Tank catch you, you can go to sleep. So it's just that when you look at the whole thing, it's just that Haney might have the reach and the ability to keep Tank off of him and turn it to a 12-round fight. And if it goes to a 12-round fight, it's going to be hard for Tank to win. But if he clipped Haney, it's a wrap. And it's not hard press that he won't. But if you're Floyd and you're trying to keep him undefeated, you know, you probably would maneuver around putting him in a fight that, you know, is 50-50, or it might not even be in his favor. You know?
Yeah, it's like styles make fights. I get what you're saying.
I just said that. I said that myself. I said unless you know, if that fight was to happen, unless Tank, I mean, like Tank gets decision by Shakur and Devin unless he lands a big shot.
Yeah, because Haney is getting better and better as he go. And had they fought...
hang on. This is not about Haney. We're going off.
Okay.
We're veering off topic. Let's keep it on topic. I just realised that everybody's talking about Haney. It's not the Haney show today.
My bad, Chen.
Let me connect you to the roadcaster because I took the Bluetooth off. One sec, girl. Girl, you know it's true. This guy doesn't like that I'm having jokes, but even though all the jokes that I'm having are facts, just doesn't like it that they're jokes on Errol Spence. Not my fault.
Bro, Chen, can I ask Sports a question?
Hang on, one sec.
Okay.
No, let me take this call. Go ahead, Arlette.
Hello, Shan. Hello, Lisa, AJ, or whoever's out there. Hello, fam. First, I want to start off by saying that.
Can you hear Arlette?
Hey. Yeah, hey, Arlette.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ar.
Yeah. Freak for TV. Get off of Spence's nutsack. See, Shan is classy, so she's not going to talk to you like that, but I'm going to talk to you like that. This is not the Errol Spence channel. I feel like you guys come in here to taunt the people on this channel because y'all know that we know that Spence is full of shit. So get off. I mean, I'm not telling you to get off, but you got to respect how we feel. Don't come in here and start trolling the damn channel. Nobody gives a crap about your opinion. If you want attention, go get a girl.
Go get a gal,
or
fam.
a boy, like your boy Spence. And we do support the we do support the gay
community
culture here. Yeah, I don't have nothing against it. There's nothing wrong. And just because someone is gay, we should still, love them and respect them. Being gay is not a bad thing.
No.
It's the problem. The problem is people like you that think gay is being bad, and it's not bad. I mean, come on. That's the reason why Spence is in the closet still, because of fans like you. You're trying to keep him in the closet. Let him be him. Let him be him. Love him for him. That's all I wanted to say. But I'm still listening. I'll let everybody else talk. But that guy is pissing me off.
I'll let the blood clot build this in. Yeah? All right, Big Dread 4 TV. You said, okay, so let's talk some facts. Where shall we go? Okay, so, right, Errol Spence Jr., career welterweight, okay? Career welterweight. Let's run through Terence Buzz Crawford. So what is he? Former undisputed 140. Two-time lineal, two-time ring. Undefeated 3-division world champ. Shouts out to Bud Crawford. Yeah, look, we can have jokes while delivering facts, because everything I said was fact. So resumes, there's not much in between, far and few between of their resumes. I did not say any of that. Terrible. Who has the better welter resume? Who has the better welter resume? I would say we would have to give that, guys. We would give that to Spence just to edge it. But when you contextualize why maybe Spence has got a slightly better resume, what is it? Because he's on PBC. PBC own, yeah, because it's you lot are owned over there. You're owned by Al Heyman, who he owns most of the 147 division.
He's got all the welterweights,
and he does with 154 too. So if my guy over here was signed to Bob Arum, and you said you're gonna. Why should I fight? Why should I fight you? Why should I'm gonna fight Sean Porter. Go get a belt was the first thing. It was go get a belt. He went and got a belt. Then Bud pulled up on his ass. And what happened? What was it? It was you're on the wrong side of the street. I'll fight Porter. Easier.
So I'm fighting Mikey, I'm fighting Sean, and I might fight Keith. And he's like, "Oh, he didn't say Terence, huh?" No, he didn't.
No, he tried to ignore that he even existed. Then he said, why fight you when I could fight the easier route and fight Sean Porter, which was a hard fight for your one little life.
That was a close fight. You damn near lost that fight.
If it wasn't for that little flash knockdown in the boots, we would have gave that to Sean.
And one judge still had him winning after that.
It was a split decision. So, yeah. So, okay, so we gave... And just to put it into context, Sean Porter said, even before that fight, he was just thinking of retiring.
Contemplating retirement, yep.
He was contemplating retirement then. So, I just have to think 2 steps ahead because you're going to try and say that he was on his way out when Bud fought him because he was thinking of retirement. Same thing and Sean Porter said it himself on the Porterway podcast shortly after the fight.
This guy sounds like a fanboy. This guy's a fanboy, CHANN. He said Mikey Garcia, that was his first fight at 147. Mikey Garcia is a career lightweight. That doesn't even count.
It doesn't.
That doesn't even count.
He couldn't even stop him or drop him.
Couldn't stop. Couldn't drop him.
He couldn't even drop him. That doesn't even count.
Yeah.
Are you serious? And Danny Garcia, everybody beat Danny Garcia. He's like the 147 whipping boy.
Oh, let's say it.
Nobody on that resume. No one on that resume is like. I mean, all of them suck. I'm sorry. All of them.
Yeah, I don't. Who would you say?
Those are all B level. All B level.
Yeah, I think if you clean out a division and you're undisputed, that's at 140. They like to say, "Oh, but who's got the better welterweight resume?" But how I just can't put Errol Spence. He doesn't go on my pound for pound list because he's only been at one weight division.
I don't do that either. I don't like doing that either.
That's not how I make pound for pound.
So if Danny Garcia has a better resume than Bud, how come Danny can't? How come Danny didn't want to fight with Bud? You're like pro Danny? Didn't Danny's father said that Bud is too black to fight and start making racial things about his skin color, that he's too black, he's black, blue, and we won't fight him?
Blue, black.
Yeah, blue, black. Can we talk about that? Use a skin color for not fighting a fighter? That's the weakest. You weak. You weak, man. Drake for TV is so
Drake,
weak.
you're gonna have to super chat me, my dog, if you keep wanting me to address you because you're. We got other. We can just talk about other. We can still talk about some stuff, but I'm not just going to be addressing you. Smile back. If you're ugly, you tell me Spence's best victory. Let's go around the panel. Let's sports. Hey, I always want to call you Sports Haven, and it's Sports Heaven, like the haven of sports. Sports Heaven. What do you think Spence's best victory is?
I thought his best victory was against Cal Brook. I thought that was his best victory.
Because he came to the UK and snatched that meal. Okay.
Well, I mean, it was a good performance. He stopped him. He came to the UK, and it was a great performance.
Okay, even though we could, Cal Brook coming down from a smashed orbital at 160.
Well, I don't, I try to stay away from that.
Yeah, we could just stay away from those types of things because every fighter's got something where you're going to go, but I'm just saying that they do that to Bud though.
True. This is true. You're right.
Yeah. So I just like to keep the same energy. We can either take away all of those extras, them extra trimmings, and keep it just basic and say this fight was a good fight and that was it. Or if you want to put the trimmings because you put it on for you don't hold Bud at the same standards as you do Errol Spence. Not you. I'm just saying in general. So
CHANN, they did that when Bud stopped Porter. When Bud stopped Sean, they did that after that. They didn't he got no credit for that.
I thought it was disgusting. They did that. So I agree with you, chat. Some of these channels, they are disgusting with that disrespecting the boxer. I just hate disrespecting the boxer. you know, like you like what you're saying with the facts. I think that's cool, but I think it goes all around the table. Channels just be disrespecting these boxers, you know, who perform for us, and we end up taking sides and disrespect these as fighters as men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And I don't mean to disrespect. I'm sorry, but I don't want to disrespect Spence. But if you're talking about weak resume, Spence didn't do anything new. Nothing he did, even with the Brook fight. Brook was beating his behind until one of his eye sockets was gone, and only because Spence fought Triple G a couple of months before that.
Well,
Triple G done it first. Triple G done it first. And the thing with, so what? He got a flash knockdown Sean Porter. So what? Adrian Broner knocked Sean.
That's right, he did. I remember. Yep.
It's nothing you're saying. He didn't do anything. He's an average fighter. No, wait a minute. I'll say he's a good fighter. My bad. He's a good fighter, but he's nothing great.
Well, you know,
and I will call him great if he beats Bud. I will call him great.
Me too.
I will call him great. It's no excuses. But I don't want to wait until Bud is like in 3 years, 2 years. If he doesn't fight Bud next year, then I consider this a duck. And I don't want to hear no excuses about his mother being ill, because I heard Bud said that's the excuse now that he's giving. That his mother, I mean, if his mother's sick, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't wish that on anybody. But that's the excuse he's giving now. So his mother's sick to fight Bud, but he's still gonna fight Pete Porter. That's some BS.
Well, sister, I don't think neither one of them have. I don't think neither one of them have a weak resume. I'm not one of these people that say, "Oh, Bud has a weak resume." I think those were some impressive fights that he was fighting at 147. He was fighting bigger guys. So I'm not one of. I don't believe in that at all. But I will say this: neither one of those brothers, they need one another. Neither one of those brothers can put themselves in the level of Hearns and Sugar Ray, because neither one of them has fought A-level Hall of Fame fighters that when they went into the fight, you actually thought they was going to lose.
Well, Bud's already a future Hall of Famer. He's already got his hand casted. We didn't see Spence being invited to do that, so, you know. Just saying. It doesn't
if Bucker retired, he's a shoo-in. He's
still going to the Hall of Fame.
He's a shoo-in.
No, I agree. I believe. I concur. That's a fact. I'm saying that he hasn't fought him.
Spence wouldn't. If Spence was to retire right now, he wouldn't be going to the Hall of Fame.
And I can't debate that. But what I can say is this: is what I said. I can say that neither one of those guys have fought in that fight that we'll be talking about 20 years from now. Neither one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But you know what?
But at least he's got legacy.
You know what? Whoever said that if Bud retires now, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. I can't say the same for Spence. Spence is a career 147 pounds. You almost 37 years old and you never went anything where
32. He's 32.
That's not good.
No,
not at all.
Marvin Hagler was a career middleweight.
Middleweight, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, Lisa, but Marvin Hagler, he looks healthy even when you can tell that this guy's not meant to be 147. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I would say I would.
Yeah, well, Spence fought at a higher weight when he first.
He fought at light middleweight when he first started, light middleweight. Yeah.
That was in the Amis. So that would be super.
No, as a pro.
No, when he first as a pro, he fought a little bigger.
175.
I've seen his fights.
Oh, damn.
No, he was like in the 154 range.
I thought you said light heavyweight.
No. The early 150s. He was there when he started.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
That's why he can't knock out anybody anymore at 147.
Because he's drained.
He's drained.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's drained. So I don't know.
With him, that's why he can't knock out anybody. He needs to go up a weight.
Yeah, he needs to. That's why he wanted to get. That's why he wanted to get the Canelo fight. Shouts out to ERF Boxing for becoming a new member.
Man, is this troll gonna jump on the panel or not, man? Because dude,
Thank
you're
you.
starting to get
Wait,
annoying. Sorry.
let me just acknowledge the ERF.
My bad.
Becoming a new member of the Shannaholics in the building. We'll be doing a members live only in not too long, where we chop it up about all different things. We're gonna have some fun there, because these boxing lot on these lives are just. They sometimes take the fun out of boxing. Look, I come in, I'm bubbly and happy, and this one's like, oh, what? All you want to do is crack jokes. I just assume that you're American, so that's why I'm doing an American accent. I can almost bet my house on that you're American. That's why you don't want me to be happy. I'm not allowed, I've got to deliver the facts like I'm in the morgue. If you want me to body bag you and be serious doing it, I can. Because facts, no matter what, however they're delivered, a fact is always going to trump a wishy-washy, dead opinion. So,
Chan, please, Chan, this guy's annoying.
You're not going to beat me. You won't beat me. You should be happy that I've got a smile on my face because you're really not going to beat me. So, but I won't address you until, like I said, super chat. But, I don't know if you got any money for that. Innit? Like Mark said, Shabrock, them broke. And it them broke. Yeah, you're broke. It's okay. It's all right. Even Spence said that he don't buy the fights himself. He don't buy the fights in blood clot cells. Imagine that. Fucking Al Heyman. When that's got out, Al Heyman has called him straight to the office to reprimand him, innit? For that. Oh my God, you admitted that you don't even buy our fights? That one is mad. And I think the reason why Bud Crawford, stated that Al Heyman's mother has fallen ill, whether that's a lie or no, if that's the truth, right? Only those that are close to Al Heyman will know that's the truth. So they know that Bud stating that it has to have been told by Al Heyman. So it's Bud's way of like saying, if you want to try and discredit me, look, here's this little pebble to cause a little ripple. So who else would know that? I couldn't have made that up. So people that are like, but he's a liar. Ask Al Heyman, because if someone came out and lied on your mum and said, he said that your mum was ill, and that would be defamatory, wouldn't it? People would come out and be like, why are you trying to say that? I said that my mum was sick in that. You notice, you're not going to hear nothing. You're not going to hear nothing because Bud is telling the truth. The whole truth and nothing but. So help me, Bud. Yeah, so help me, Bud. Knowledge is key out here, mate. You lot need to get with the program.
Knowledge is key.
It is. Anybody else would like to say any? Come on. Let's go down the resume. What else would you like to say about a resume?
No, I was just Chan, I was just saying, like, is this guy jumping on? Because if not, dude, you're getting annoying and find something else to do.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as welterweights, he didn't have anybody really on Top Rank. There was no really top welters there. The top welters was over there at the PBC. I mean, Keith, he never fought Keith. Keith had been injured. Porter was one. Danny really, to me, Danny was never really a real welterweight. He was more of a 140 pounder. That's when he did his better work. Even though he's at 154 now. But I mean, he did have a belt there, so it's not that many top welters other than Kell Brook was there. His best performance to me was I would say Sean Porter and Kell Brook. Even though Kell Brook had the broken eye socket on one side, it was healing. Kell Brook went into that fight too soon to me.
He sure did.
He didn't give his eye enough time to heal properly.
Spence does hit hard like that, and if you've got some brittle, some people are more predisposed to, those types of injuries, especially, and Spence hits hard. Look, he did it to Ugas,
Yeah.
Bud ain't standing right in front of you like that, though. That's just the difference. Do you know what I mean? So, I'd like, but if you managed to do that to Bud, you know, I'd be like, rah, like, yeah, I'd be shocked. But yeah, that's why we want to see who the best, because we feel that we know who the best is, to be honest. But we just want to know who the best is.
Right.
And also, so Al not offering any guarantee. You know, I was on panels yesterday and listening to, you know, going back and forth with cats, and they're telling me, oh, it's normal to not be offered a guarantee fight for a big fight. That's normal. I said, I'll list them down for me. They was like, Floyd Mayweather against Oscar De La Hoya. I said, no, he took 30%, but there was still a guaranteed pass. He just got 30%. Next, list. Do Sports Heaven? Do you know any what big money fights? Big money fights. I'll tell you one, because shouts out to I think it was blood boxing in the Buddhism. I think it there was it blood that said it? I think there was a it could have been blood. If it weren't blood, I think it was blood. It was Bernard Hopkins versus I think Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones Jr., Hal Zaggy. That was that had no but they had full transparency, because obviously Roy Jones Jr. was a free agent after, wasn't he? So he was allowed to. Yeah, Rick Glazier said that today. Yeah. Yeah. He was allowed one. He was allowed to look at the books. What one? Tell me.
I know one.
Go on.
Ward versus Kovalev too.
Yep.
Yeah, that one as well. Yeah. Yeah. See,
if Kovalev didn't take a guarantee in that fight.
I don't think that's as big as this fight, but maybe I'm just wrong. I mean, it's not the regular thing that's done, is what I'm saying. So for someone with those accolades, who would have to be? Why would you want someone to not take a guaranteed purse, knowing that they've come from guaranteed purses of 4 million a purse? You've told that person, we can't even fight you because you're on that other side of the street, and that person leaves that side of the street, bets on themselves for real, instead of being in you know, maybe a comfort zone and still be able to get maybe some remedial fights, but at 4 million nonetheless, right? And then only yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. Only to not offer him any money, and then you say to him, well, we'll give you 35% of what's made. Okay, so I need to see what the numbers are, what can be made, so I know what my 35% is. Oh, we can't show you that. You'll just have to give what you're given and take what you're taking. And didn't he say that Al Heyman in the end said, you know, kid, take it or leave it?
Well, you know, I'm gonna be honest. I really don't know about, you know, negotiations and stuff like that.
No. Listen, wait. That's what.
Here we go. See?
No. Let me finish.
No. Wait. I will let you finish in a minute.
Okay.
If I come out and say my name's LadyChann, and I live at X, Y, and Z, that's my name, innit? That's what I've come out and said. You don't need to know if that's what it is. If I say I just wrote a fucking track and it's it's going to be synced in a movie, and I'm getting X, Y, and Z pounds or dollars, that's what it is. You can't come out and say, well, I don't know about negotiations. Well, he's telling you about the negotiations. He's just telling you. So what do you mean you don't know about them?
So what I was saying is, because you remember you asked me, you asked, but I didn't answer. You asked me, had I ever heard of any big fights that didn't get no guarantees, and I didn't respond. So I don't have no ulterior motive. My ulterior motive is coming on the show, representing with your show, doing what I can to contribute. I don't know those guys. I know you. I don't know Spence, and I don't know Crawford, right? So I'm just keeping it funky. So when I said I don't know about negotiations, I'm just saying that I don't really have any. I can't sit up here like some channels and sit up here and start talking about something that I have no clue about. But what I was about to say why I try to cut me off is that at the end of the day, I thought it was bullshit about not getting no guarantee money. That don't make no sense. If the man give him his guarantee money and stop playing games with the money, and I thought that PBC and Al dropped the ball playing games with the money, and I thought they disrespected Crawford from the rip with the money. I think at one time I heard some speculations or some talks that they was offering him $14 million for 3 fights. I mean, I just thought that was disrespectful. So I never thought that. I thought they've been shitting on Bud as far as money and disrespecting what he brings to the table from the rip.
But do we have to? But some you might until that background shaking noises. It's doing my head in these cans. But if someone comes out and tells you a process that they've gone through, why are we sitting here as fight fans going, that person's lying? Like, does that make sense?
It's who you choose to believe, Chan.
Yeah.
Well, the other side hasn't come out yet. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I just not. If I came out, guys, guess what? This isn't my real job. I'm an MC. That's my real job, right? I'm LadyChann. I'm a grind and dancehall MC. I come out and say that, and then you lot go, "You're a liar. You capping. How can you tell me that?"
But sis, Bud is the most hated man in boxing.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is we're not going to work with that narrative. If the man says this is what the fucking procedure was that he went through and he's come out on fucking record to say it, then that until it's refuted by the other side and said, objection, Your Honor, overruled or sustained, shall we say, then we'll just discount it. And then we'll have to be back to basics and say, your word against his word. But until then, this man's come out and said X, Y, Z. I come out and say, do you know what? This ain't really my real job. I'm a fucking grime MC. Nobody can have the right to tell me I'm lying or Bud's lying.
I agree.
Get out of fucking town, you losers. Sorry, you fucking complete losers.
Unfortunate,
Now you've got the serious me. I hope you're happy. Anyway, hang on. Shouts out to Kevin Dubb for dropping that $8.99. That £9 squid on your girl from the UK all day. I think that Al doesn't know if this fight will do well financially. And Errol is asking for a massive amount of number to take this risk. And in the midst of trying to pay Errol, he's fucking Bud over. Well, according to Adrian Broner, if you remember, Adrian Broner said that Al don't have no money to even give to give Spence. Yep. He don't have no. He don't. Them Brock. I'm just telling you that. Like them Brock. Yeah.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
By the way, Chan, can I ask Sports a question?
Yeah, and then go to Arlet after. Go ahead, R to the left. I mean, AJ, and then Arlet after.
Okay, for sure. Sports, like, let me ask you, just whose fault do you think it is why the fight hasn't happened yet? Do you think it's Team Crawford or Team Spence?
Well, a couple of weeks ago, I thought it was definitely Team Spence. Maybe as a week ago, when this all first came out, I looked at Bud as he could have been to blame. But what I'll say this, as an entrepreneur and, as a brother trying to get it and him putting his work in, I'm not mad if he getting I'm not mad he getting the opportunity to fight on a different network and make $10 million. So I can't really, I think that they both, I don't know, as a fan, I think they both let the boxing world down. I think at this point, if what Bud is saying is true, then I think we would have to point the finger at Team Spence, because ultimately they didn't pay the man what he wanted. And if you can pay Canelo all that money, millions of dollars, and you can have, pay-per-view fights that ain't worth being on pay-per-view, then I don't see how come you couldn't pay Crawford. So I guess I would have to say I will put it on Team Spence at this point.
Okay.
Well, that's just your honest opinion, isn't it? What? There's no wrong or right in it. If whatever your honest opinion is, I respect it. It's respect whatever your opinion is at the end of the day. Yeah, I appreciate your input on that. I just think people. I just find it disgusting that people. I'm gonna let Arlette go, but Arlette, yeah, I think I addressed because I had to push that live back by 1 hour because I just realised that one already started, so I just pushed that one back. But I think it's just important that people need to just shut their mouth. How can you tell a man that he's lying? And doesn't it make like? Do you know me? Right? I don't go to like pro Spence channels like to go in their chat to then chat shit about Spence. I could just do that in my own channel on my own channel. It doesn't make sense. But what I realize is that pro Spence channels will come to like, people that like Bard or whatever, and then proceed to like troll in their things instead of just listening to two sides and coming up with maybe like bringing something to the table, except for just straight trolling. I've never got that anyway. But go ahead, Arlette.
Yeah, this guy's a straight. This guy's a straight troll, and I'm not.
Just leave him. Just leave him. Just leave him.
I'm not gonna keep it, but I just wanted to say how fine. I'm not gonna keep it boxes.
Oh yeah, Terence Crawford is.
He looked so good. Yeah, last night. He is so handsome.
He looks younger than Errol.
He's a young 35. He's a young 35.
He is handsome. He has good bone structure, nice
skin,
teeth, great complexion.
Skin, yeah.
He speaks well. I mean,
he's not crashing Ferraris.
He got bloated cheeks. He got sleepy eyes. Yeah. You need a translator to understand what he's saying.
Looks a mess. I'm not lying.
He's a mess.
He looks a mess. I couldn't believe it when I saw him the other day. Wow,
he looks horrible. He's fat. His cheeks fat. He got a have you ever heard of an alcoholic bloat?
Yeah.
He got that.
Yeah.
He got sleepy eyes.
Yeah.
He's just a mess.
He does look like a mess. He does. That's the inside. And then he was in the nightclub like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Totally obliterated again. It's just not like Major.
But
I'm
not mad at his girl.
Say something.
She needs to go get that money because that's what she's in it for. Because it's not in for the conversation. Because he can't speak and he has no personality. Plus he's ugly.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm introducing, introducing Major Key Boxing in the blood clot. Ding, ding, ding. We've got someone else on the line. Let me just take that call.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, hon.
1 sec. Hello? Caller, who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Oh, hang on 1 sec. Sorry, my bad. Let me put you on the roadcaster. My bad. Sorry, who are you? We can hear you now.
This is Donald Banks.
Donald Banks in the building. Yeah. What up, Joe? All right, Donald. Major, let Donald go and say his.
We're good, yeah. Go ahead. I got you.
Yeah, he's on the phone, so let him say it.
All right. So first, I want to say hello to everybody. I want to say hello to everybody on the panel. How's everybody doing?
We good, King.
What up?
So I was really, really glad that Crawford did that interview on his Instagram. That shut a lot of people up because everybody who was against Crawford wants to act like he can't talk or say he doesn't want to talk and this and that and the other. I mean, which is understandable for whatever of the various reasons on why he didn't want to speak, but I felt like that was very necessary, and I'm really applauding for him to do that. My biggest issue with the whole entire thing is that they only offered him 35%, which is 35% of what? On what is 35% of nothing is nothing. So you're offering me 35% with no guaranteed money. You don't want to open the books up for me so I can take a look at what it's possibly my 35% may be. Because if it was me in his shoes, it's like, okay, if I want to agree to the 35%, that's fine. And we can just use any type of business as an example. Let's just say that you have a business and you're just selling shoes, and you know, and you make a certain amount of money based on a certain amount of business that you're doing. So if you're telling me that I'm going to get 35% of this business here, let me look at the books to see what have you been making for the past 2 years, or show me like what have you been making, so I can get an idea of is that when I agree to this 35%, I can take a look at things and go, okay, so if I agree to 35%, it's going to be in a ballpark of whatever I'm looking at the numbers are. So you kind of have an idea of what your 35% is going to be, which they refuse to want to do that for him. And then also, my honest opinion, I believe that if he would have took the agreement, he's going to take the agreement for 35%, that Al Heyman, where he has his hands in all of every cookie jar, and he could make everything appear as if there was no money made. And let's just say that they made the fight, and now it's like, okay, well, you know what, Crawford, we only made $5 million. So your 35% of $5 million is only 1.7. And that's all you're going to get for this undisputed fight with Errol Spence for all the belts.
Right.
Fucking kidding me? Like, that's all I'm going to get?
And that's what,
and this is, and then,
go ahead.
And then listen to this here. So when Bud said, hey, I'm a real dude, I had 2 companies calling me offering $20-25 million a piece for both of us. So I'm like, hey, I'm about to call Spence and be like, bro, I don't know if you know about this, but I got these motherfuckers on the phone and they offering $25 million a piece for us. Like, what's up, bro? Like, let's make this fight. Like he said, that was a no-brainer, right? And then this is how shady Al Heyman is. After Crawford says that they're willing to give him and Spence $25 million a piece, then Al says to Crawford, well, why would you want to take that? Why would you want to put a cap on it? First of all, what do you mean, why do I want to put a cap on it? Because based on them telling me that they're going to give me $25 million up front, what the hell are you offering me up front? Nothing. Zero. 35% of what could possibly be nothing. And you're telling me that for me to want to take this deal to get $25 million up front, I'm putting a cap on it? But what you offering me is 35% of nothing? What the fuck kind of bullshit is that? Are you kidding me? Like, how am I wanting to put a cap on it? And okay, and if I was Crawford, I would say, okay, well, if you're telling me want to take $25 million up front and let them take the risk on it, that's putting a cap on it, do you have something better to give me up front, better than $25 million? I don't think so. So, which goes to show you that he was going to have Crawford sign this agreement to get 35% of anything. And let's say that this fight brought in $100 million. Well, Heyman was going to definitely make sure that the books didn't show that it was going to be $100 million, and he was going to give Crawford whatever the hell he wanted to give him and make it be looking like they made whatever the hell they wanted to make, and that's all he was going to get. So like I said, he could have said that the fight only produced $5 million and gave Crawford $1,750,000, and that's all Crawford would have been able to walk away with on this big fight, while Al Heyman probably pockets $70-80 million and make everything look so bad. So that's why when Crawford was saying he was trying to, mix him in with Daniel Kinahan, it's kind of like you enter an agreement with someone, but you're already throwing something positive up on them, where I'm entering an agreement to trust you. And then while I'm entering this agreement to trust you, my headliner to enter this agreement with you was saying, hey, I know I'm about to enter this agreement with you to trust you, but you know what? I got this dude over here that says you're a big fucking liar. And since you're a big ass fucking liar, I'm going to still do this agreement with you. And I know I said I was going to give you 50%, but since this guy says you're a liar, I'm only going to give you 30%. So basically, I'm trying to knock you down to nothing based on what? Based on some false information that I'm only using as a cap to try to rob you. That's what that was all about. You know what I mean? So I'm curious to know, like, anybody on the panel, anybody else who wants to call in, anybody in the chat to tell me what they think about what I just said there.
Donald Banks using the builders, and we will answer that question. Thank you for calling in as well.
I'll be back in the chat, and I'll be listening.
And we're going to answer. Thank you, DB. DB.
All right.
Who wants to go first and answer?
I do, because I just want to make one long-winded comment and then I'm out. I just wanted to come in and make one long-winded comment and I'm out. First and foremost, it was lovely to see you this morning over there. You know what I'm saying? Mark Nash's channel, because I was going in. You see me like going in, and then you jumped in. And I even told him, I was like, hey, hold on. We need to get, I'll drop off if you want LadyChann to come in, because I know you were coming with that smoke. And then finally somebody else dropped off, and then you came on, and yeah, everybody kind of shut down. You know, we were going in. They had no answers. What they were doing was just trying to make jokes without facts, right? They were just trying to laugh it off, you know. But you know, it is. When it comes down to it, look, at the age of 21, I was a restaurant general manager. Okay, I'm like restaurant general manager, meaning the assistant managers that were 40, 50, 60 years old that had been in the business for 30, 40 years, they were under me. I was a restaurant general manager. And after that, I used to open new restaurants. How do I get my bonus? You know how I got my bonus, which is basically back-end pay, right? I have to look at my P&L. I have to review what's going on, and I have to see where my profits and losses go. That's what a P&L is, right? Profits and losses, right? So you look at your expenditures, you look at your revenue, you look at everything that's going on. I believe the Muhammad Ali Act also included this open, transparency. But yet, we're now in the year 2022. We're blaming Bud for just wanting to see what he's going to get and review the shit that you're not guaranteeing. All he's trying to do is see, hey, okay, if I'm going to get back in money, then let me see what the fuck is going on with your business. Let me see. And I apologize. I don't know if you curse over here, LadyChann, but
you're good.
But you know how I talk. You know what I mean. But at the end of the day, I'm just trying to say that you should be able to review what's coming in, what's going out, right? And so especially if you're not guaranteed anything, you know what I mean. Bud was guaranteed beforehand. He was guaranteed $4 to $4.5 million, from what I understand, with Top Rank. That's one of the reasons that he didn't promote himself, but now he has to, and things like that. So we understand the difference, and he's not a very talkative person, but he has to, things like that. We don't know who BLK Prime is, but according to some sources, it could be potentially Warren Buffett, you know what I'm saying, who he frequently dines with, right? Who are the two biggest people in Omaha, Nebraska. So it could be Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is a freaking billionaire. So, hedge fund, when the hedge funds, when you think about that, hedge fund is actually some people that like to invest in whatever. And of course they have overhead. They know every single restaurant that I opened, it wasn't like we didn't know that we were spending a lot of money that we had to, rely on getting back. Like we had to get the money back in order to break even. But, there was a lot of overhead that went into it. And we knew that it was basically the promotional stuff, right?
You can afford to lose it, yeah.
Yeah. So that's just how the zone be. Like you said yesterday, and I was saying it before you did. But when you came in, you said you kind of reiterated the same thing that I said. You know what I'm saying? The zone. How did you know that the zone was going to be profitable? They just took a chance and they became profitable. How did you know any other business that had to do with it? Like it's just like you have to take a chance, and if you have enough funding, like the zone, they had to re-up after the pandemic because they weren't expecting the pandemic, and so they had to re-up after that. Right? So it is what it is. Like a lot of people are criticizing Crawford. I don't understand why. There's a lot of hate. The guy's not afraid of nobody. I don't believe that. He's a great boxer. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to blame Spence, and I don't think Spence is gonna come back and say some crazy dumb shit. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully he just stays in his corner and just says, hey, you know what? I'm not really a boss, because this dude Al Heyman is also hiding behind the Muhammad Ali Act, because he keeps saying he's an advisor, but everybody got to check with him. So there's a little loophole in there where hopefully he doesn't get caught with that shit. You know what I mean? Because that right there is a little suspicious to me. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying that. Yeah.
But with that being said, I don't want to take over the whole thing, but I just wanted to come out and support your channel. And appreciate you for yesterday too, because when you came in, you came with that smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to see.
I got a question for you, Mergy Key, right quick.
What's up, Lisa? What's going on, sis?
Hey, Nothing, chilling. How big is that legislation? How many pages is it? Like,
as far as what the Muhammad Ali Act you talking about?
Yeah.
From the last time that I've seen it, it's not very long. It's not a lengthy one. I can't remember exactly because I was looking at it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I looked at it from a Google page where that I was reviewing all of the bullet points from it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because I asked this dude. Remember, we used to have this guy on, and I told him to send it to me, and he never sent it to me. The dude from
okay.
You know what I'm talking about, the 10 whatever the hell
Ring 10.
Ring 10.
Yeah, I didn't know if they had it in like a booklet form or something.
I even brought Troy on. I had Troy follow up with him, and he never sent it to me because he told me that he had what's called the senators the senator that died, McCain. He had his he said he was going to have his wife, or his wife had sent it to him, and he was going to forward it to me. He never did that. So therefore, I never had the actual thing itself, and I did ask him for it like 10 times, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he never sent it to me. So with that being said, I had to review afterwards because I wasn't going to just be a fool and just sit back. So I started reviewing it myself online. But all I got was the Google content. But if you go on Google and you just just look it up, it'll give you the bullet points, and the bullet points are very helpful to understand what's going on right now as far as why when it comes to Al Heyman, he's playing the advisor role, but they're not acting like he's just advising, because somebody could advise me, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? It's better if you just don't do that. And I could say, yeah, I appreciate that advice. That's what I pay you for, but I'm going to choose to do this. Right. But Errol Spence is not doing that, and no one else at PBC is doing that, right? So something's wrong there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right, and you smashed it yesterday as well. And thanks for yesterday's informative. I was like, go, yeah, I was in the chat.
You know, I ain't afraid of no smoke. But hey, shout out to you guys. You guys have a great night. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you having me.
You too. You too, my good brother.
Peace out, man.
Major Key in the Buddhism. Subscribe to the Major Key Boxing Show in the Buddhism. Oh yeah, so let me address Don Juan. Lo siento, papito. I see it now. Hang on one sec. Yeah, super chat in the Buddhism. Let's get you the British horn, shall we? So Don Juan, thank you for dropping that $2 on your girl. Everyone in the PBC knows that Errol will get dog walked by Bud. All the aerosexuals know that too. They do. They know that, and they're not ready. And we are ready. Tell them, Caleb Plant, we're ready.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
Bad Spanish and all. We get ya. We get ya. We're ready. I agree, Don Juan. They know they don't want to lose their marquee fighter, because on the PBC there's not many marquee fighters left. To be fair, you know, Wilder's defeated, but you know he's probably the one that makes them the most money. So he holds still some value. They don't seem to put much stock in their newly 154 undisputed champion, Jamel Charlo. They don't seem to care. He doesn't seem to hold that much marquee value anyway at the minute, which is sad. Jamal Charlo doesn't seem to have any marquee value because he's not really fighting anyone, and you know.
By the way, Chan, sorry to cut you off, but you know why? You know why that is? The Charlos. Like, remember the pay-per-view? The pay-per-view they did together tanked, and they haven't been back since.
Yeah. Say that again. Oh yeah, when they did the double pay-per-view.
Yeah, that bombed. They didn't sell enough. Nobody bought that. So, and then after that, they went back to regular Showtime. Yeah.
So there's no marquee value there, and then basically they've really just got, you know, Errol Spence as their last geezer in the Buddhism that can help them out, and they're trying to not let him get mollywopped, basically, which they know that Bud, and they're trying to lock Bud into probably some stupid deal, and that's where we are to this day. That's where we are to this day. Where are you, Mister? Hang on, where are we?
Still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking.
Yeah, they're just going to sit here and just don't act like they don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, but they never wanted this fight.
Tell him again, Weiler. Tell him again.
Still fighting to this day. To this day. To this day. You just sit here, you don't know what I'm talking
about. Jono. Yeah. To this day, we're still trying to get this Ross Clark fight. To this day. To this day. Yeah. We're not going to get this fight, guys. Zone. Thank you so much. Liked and shared. Massively appreciated. That's what you say. Can I bring the troops in? Rally on the troop then. You see me? To this day. Yeah. Because, hey, I don't know what's going on. So, all right. So, let's see who else wanted to say something. Sorry, Arlette, if you wanted to call back in, you can. You always know you can do, my sister. It was just that we can only have, like, there was back-to-back call coming in, so I couldn't have you on hold and have that. It just, I wonder if I could have done that, actually. I should start. Zone, you said Bud by stoppage. Jono, yeah, I think so as well. Bud by Ross Clark stoppage. Loke in the building. What up, Dr. P? Yeah, look out for the aerosexuals. They're rare, right? So what else do we want to cover with this fight? So do you think now? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to cover with this. So now they're begrudging. Okay, that's Arlette in the motherfucking building. What up, Arlette? Go ahead, sis. Is there anything you want to chime in on this bit? Because I was going to talk about the David Avanesian, because they trying to say.
I'm ready to talk about that, because talking about Errol Spence is just bringing out the Errol Spence people to troll the channel. I already see what's going on in the chat. I'm just observing it, and it's like boring. If the channel's a joke, why are you on there? Mr. Barksdale, if the channel's boring, if you don't like the channel, then leave. Yeah. You guys are acting like, you know what? The funny thing is that I don't go on LGBT channels or I don't go on those channels. That's why
it's not for us or you.
Not me. So why are you going on channels? I don't go on channels that I don't like or I don't support, whether it's certain, it doesn't even have to be about boxing, about anything that I know. Why would I go on a channel? That is just so, that's like, it just goes to show you, if those are really Errol Spence fans, they were just as retarded as he is.
I know. This is what his fans do, though. Yes, upload type in the El Primero, ya tú sabes.
Haplo.
Hap. Yeah, this is what they do. They think they can come round here, dictate shit. You can't dictate. I'll tell you what you need to dictate. Errol Spence needs, he be taking dick. That's the epitome of dictate. He'd be taking dick. So let's just play what type of dick he takes with.
Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro?
He said his girlfriend.
Nigga gay now.
My brother, man.
Hey,
my brother. Getting jealous. She said, don't kiss him.
My brother. Bro, what's wrong?
He's my brother. You know, like, they get them girls on every bit of footage that Errol Spence puts out. I tell you, even his wife, she's like, you gay. How comes they keep saying it? Everywhere he goes, there's gayness, man. Just take your medication. Yeah, them man, they need their medication, mate. They need their fucking medication. Don't come around here thinking you can dictate anything. You can't dictate nothing. Like Mal says, most of you are two-figure niggers. I'd love to be on. I'd love to be on your tax bracket.
You guys are so fuck, man.
I'd love to be on there. No. I know these sapheads. We call them sapheads. I'd love to be on their tax bracket. They're broke. They're broke tax bracket. I'd love to. I'd love to be on your Happy Meal budget in the building. Like, you got an easy life, just you know, with your Happy Meal budget. You know, pay my bills. You would hate to. You would hate to.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
I just have a response to the guy.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Lise.
I say, you know what my mother always told me? She said, Lisa, no. She said, Lisa, what you don't know can make a whole new world. And that's referring to him saying people don't know David. I guess he mean David Avenesian.
Oh,
meaning that,
yeah, let's talk
you know,
about
what
that.
you don't know can make a whole, literally, new world.
Yeah, a whole new world. Yeah, because she don't know about boxing. Why are you here then? Go to somewhere where she does know about boxing. Where she does. Go on, go ahead. Matt's tree.
I find that very odd that these people write this kind of stuff, but yet they seem to stay on the channel. They just can't go anywhere else. Like, I mean,
I want them to go away, but they always yeah, you can jump on zone. Have you got the come through? Because we're going to discuss David Avenesian.
by the way, Chan, you know what I did once? I went to go see a movie I didn't like. You know what I did? I left.
You left, innit? I've done that as well. I just leave, fam. I don't write a letter to HR before I leave and then go, well, I just get up and go. Like, what you got to do, dude, is like you click the link that lets you leave. You leave.
We don't know boxing, but we know David Avenesian might drop.
Poor soul.
You don't know boxing.
Yeah, you don't know boxing. David Avenesian ranked top 10 out of 3 out of the 4 major sanctioning bodies, right? Europeans, current reigning European champ. Introducing, introducing, zone, and El Primero in the building.
Uh-oh, it's going down.
Oh shit! You got Zone 6 and Haplotype 0. God damn, it's about to be lit up in here. I'll let you go first, Zone.
Hey,
the legends up in here.
Yeah, them my girls right there. Phil next. Hey, listen, I'm already on record by saying it's Errol Spence's fault. He a ducking ass dude. He been ducking, and I told y'all. So I'm gonna just let everybody else cook listening. But I'm here.
Phil Walker's in the building.
I gotta say, Zone 6.
I appreciate you letting me on the show.
Go
Thank
ahead,
you.
Phil.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Go ahead, Phil.
Thank you for coming through. You're welcome. You're welcome.
No, man, I'm gonna let my man Zone cook. We Zone jumped on first in his high flow, then I'm gonna follow the rotation. However you got going.
You Phil? Yeah, I remember Phil. I've seen you about in the building. Shouts out to you. I haven't seen you around for a minute though. Maybe I'm just not on the bit, but I used to always see you because I remember your tuxedo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shouts out to you.
Yeah, he always sharp. Yeah.
Yeah, shouts out to Phil.
I just want to say, Kanye West style. Zone 6 had the best video on fucking this Errol Spence and Bud Crawford thing, where he recapped all the shit that went leading up to where we got right now. And I thought that was a brilliant video. I got to give it up to my boy Zone. And Phil Walker is a bad motherfucker too.
We have to check that out. Everybody report to where.
Oh, Zone killed that shit. Yeah, I watched it.
Shouts out to Zone 6, Phil Walker in the building. Okay, so David Avenesian. So like we said, current reigning European champion. 3 losses, Lamont Peterson, Kavaliauskas, and one like on his debut or maybe a fight after his debut, some geezer, and 1 draw as well. Listen, David, do you know David Avenesian's stats? He's kind of what's his record? 20. What is he? 29-3 or something like that. He's of great stock. Did we all want to see this fight? Nobody would have been. But at the end of the day, this was the guy that was available at like 5 weeks' notice. Stays in shape. He's been on a 7 to 9. I want to say about 7 year winning spree. Defeated, taken a good few people's O's. People calling him a journeyman. Yeah, David Avanesian. What is he? What is he?
I mean, he's a guy that's been in the top 10 for like the last 4 years.
Oh, someone said 29. I want to say, how many fights has he had? Is he less
Yeah.
than 20?
He's not. He's currently on a 6-fight win knockout streak. The last time he got stopped was in 2018 against Velasquez.
Yeah.
And, he's the best European welterweight without hands down.
Conor
we know
Ben
that.
Fight him.
Thank you.
Look at this guy.
He's been.
Look. Whoa, wait. Sorry, this guy's such a loser. This is where you get your Loserville like credits for. Like you said, when I said 29 fights, well, 29 wins. What did you say? 29. Stop it. Well, it says here 29 wins, 17 by KO, 3 knockouts, 1 stoppage, 1 draw. Didn't I just quote them stats, guys?
Yeah, I think that's what you said. I'm pretty sure that's what you said.
Look, that's what I do. Stats, facts, and data. Now, be gone with your loser self. You said I don't know boxing. Neither does your mum. But, your mum doesn't know childhood. Your mum doesn't know parent planning. You still got hair. So, allow us. People make mistakes.
There you go. I'm talking about hot girl. Get him, LadyChann.
Hey, LadyChann. Who did you say was messing with Lisa?
When? Not
just
today.
Before we all got on, someone you said was fucking with Lisa. Because I want to know. I'm going to jump back in the chat. And I'm going to be watching them.
She didn't say that. I think somebody in the chat was referring to, I think they were aiming it at Chan.
Lisa doesn't know shit about boxing or something?
No. Hold up.
I don't know shit about boxing, and Lisa just addressed
I can't even get my...
okay. I'm sorry. All right.
I was just like...
Yeah. Well, both of them know about boxing, so I'm going to be in the chat. I'm going to let my boys handle this, and I'll be in the chat watching. If I need to jump back in, I will.
No.
Okay.
All right, help, man.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Am I soft-spoken?
Yeah.
Am I soft-spoken?
Surely this isn't a new thing for you to hear that.
Yeah, come on now.
Miss Lisa, I think he's more of a listener.
I don't think he heard me. Right, because I don't think he heard me. I was trying to,
Yeah, I do. But
I must be soft-spoken,
No,
if I didn't, I never knew that. That's why I asked you.
No, Hap just talks.
It's okay.
When you want to get loud, you get loud.
Let me ask the question though, just to make sure, because we just got off another panel and stuff. We just making our rounds. I just want to know where everybody stand with who fault it is or who fault it ain't. If it's neutral, it's neutral. But you know me, I think it's Errol Spence's fault. I don't think he wants to fight. He's already put so many obstacles in Terence Crawford's way. Of course, this was going to happen at the negotiating table. I don't think we're going to see the fight. I think that I'm going to always side with the guy who's cleaned out 2 divisions and became undisputed in 1. Mm-hmm. His pattern of life has showed me that what he does versus the other guy who's going around saying who he ain't going to fight. You know what I'm saying? He said he ain't going to fight, Boots, which I understand that one. He ain't going to fight Thurman because he got an attitude about it. And now him and Crawford can't fight for negotiating reasons. So I tend to side with Crawford based on his life resume and his actions.
Right. I'm down with it. For me, it's Spence's fault. I done the rundown earlier. It's Spence's fault. On the wrong side of the street, go get about. Why would I fight you first? I'll take the easier fight. I'll fight Sean Porter. It's just been excuse after excuse after excuse, and Bud is absolutely jumped through hoops, and now it's time that he doesn't need to jump through hoops. Fuck that cat. Fuck that lane. All he wants to do is hitch up and get drunk with Yellow Beezy, and I ain't got time for that. So I would have to say it's a combination of Errol Spence. Obviously, he's not a boss, because a boss does what they... Why don't he leave Al Heyman and say, you know what, we're going to make this fight elsewhere?
I mean, Chad, what cracks me up is like...
boss.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm saying what cracks me up is like how, like, I remember, like, I think he tweeted, like, was it late? It wasn't late last year, but the year before. It was relatively recently. He tweeted, like, I run shit at 147. I'm my own boss, whatever it's that. But then, like, after, like, the Danny Garcia fight, he's going, well, I got to talk to Al first to see what my next moves are. Well, wait a minute. I thought you ran 147. Like, what's going on?
Boss. I thought you was your own boss.
Yeah, I know. Like, another thing is, like, he says he doesn't like Keith. Anybody said he said he doesn't like Keith. He's a cornball. Okay, we'll go knock him out if you don't like him that much.
You're fighting him though. I hope Keith gives you. I think you're gonna beat Keith, but I hope Keith makes you look raggedy in the building.
I hope Keith wins. That'd be hilarious. Like,
oh, that would be the greatest upset. Let me just do the super. Shouts out for Candy Slim 501 for dropping that $2 on you, girl. Who's been the underdog more, Bud or Errol? In their career, I'd say Bud. In some fights, it depends. In I would say in 135 coming in, I think he was more of an underdog then. Has he been an underdog at 140? Well, would you say he was ever an underdog really in its totality? But if you had to pick anybody who was in 50-50 fights, who would have been in more 50-50 fights out of Bud and Spence?
Well, Bud,
Spence has always been the favourite, hasn't he?
Victor Postal. A lot of people.
I would say that
Postal and Gamboa.
Postal and
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Postal Gamboa.
He was at 135. He was the underdog.
Gambo was undefeated then, wasn't he? Yeah, and he was.
Yeah.
Phil, sorry, could you chime in, bro, and let me know get your bars off.
Yeah, man, look, let me tell you something, man. I'm down here in Texas, and I'm going to tell you this like this. It's a sad day for a lot of reasons. But in my opinion, I absolutely think that it's Al Heyman and PBC fault that this fight didn't happen. I think they are putting a lot of obstacles in front of Bud Crawford. And with that being said, this is the deal. The man gave him deadlines to meet. You understand what I'm saying? And he even went out his way when BLK Prime approached him with this fight. He even waved him away and say, hey, look, I'm in good faith negotiations with Errol, Spence, and PBC. I'm confident that this fight is going to happen. Well, he gave him a deadline. The fight didn't happen. He went back to BLK Prime, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He took a $10 million guaranteed purse to fight a guy that's in the top 10. So it's not like he's taking a light touch. He's actually fighting a guy who is a tough opponent, and he's giving him a chance to potentially win a title. I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, he's taken his own career into his own hands, and he's made the move that's best for him. I mean, at the end of the day, if they really wanted to fight, they would have made the fight happen. They did, and they didn't. And like he said, hey, if everything works out between us, maybe they can spin the block back around with better terms. If not, I'm going to keep pushing. And that's exactly what he's supposed to do because he's a world-class fighter. He's in the top 3 pound for pound in the world. And the truth be told, all he's been doing is trying to prove himself in 147 pounds. And everybody keeps giving him a hard time because he only has that one strap. But the truth of the matter is, he is the best, if not one of the best in the division. And at this point, I don't think Al Heyman and PBC wants to cross that bridge at this time. We'll see how it happens, though.
Shouts out for the breakdown in the building. I think that's how everybody's feeling, except for the the aerosexuals in the building. They're feeling they've gone and played Inspector Gadget. There's motherfuckers that have gone out and found the address for I only live around the corner of this supposed BLK Prime headquarters, and they've gone and drove there or rode there on a bike. I heard to go and look at the premises.
So anybody who's saying that it's Crawford's fault, why is it Crawford's fault? What are we saying about Crawford?
They're saying that he ducked because they're saying that basically he negotiated another fight. He had negotiated another fight knowing fully well that this fight was in the building. So he didn't basically... They're blaming him for putting all his eggs in one basket, not putting all his eggs in one basket. But even though Floyd Mayweather did come out and say that the fight's not happening this year, so what they wanted him to do was stay ring rusted, him not fight anybody until until they got these negotiations over the line for Errol Spence, which could have been, because remember when they're saying that the fight could happen in February or March 2023. No, Floyd said that's when they're going to be able to pick up where they left off. So do you think that they're just going to, it gets to February and there's going to be a fight deal made? No, they're going to start negotiating in February, March, but it's going to drag back out again. So what they was hoping for and betting for is that Bud wouldn't fight anybody, stay dry as a bone, and then once they made that fight, whenever that was, he'd be aged out, ring rusted, and easily beatable. Well, even in my opinion, even Bud's on his worst day. Even a 39-year-old Bud beats a fucking 36-year-old Errol Spence.
So this is what I'm gonna say right here to that. Why would anybody be mad at somebody for having look, so let me put it to you like this. Even with fights, when fights get made, it's always a backup plan if you reach an obstacle within that fight with the guys that's supposed to be on the main card, right? It's always a fill-in. So, at the end of the day, this man gave you a deadline. Like, if I give you a deadline and you don't meet it, then that's your goddamn fault at the end of the day. If those guys from BLK Prime came to him with that fight, okay, or with the potential fight, and he told them, hey, look, I'm negotiating with PBC right now. Okay? If this fight don't happen, then we can see what's up. To me, that's doing good business. You're not going to talk to any businessman that's going to tell you that, oh, that's fucked up business practices. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. That's messed up business practices. No. If you're your own boss, you always need to hedge your bets, and that's exactly what Terence Crawford did. There's nothing wrong with that. I think the man is highly intelligent for doing it, and guess what? He's getting a guaranteed purse, so screw the PBC, Errol Spence, all them cats, and he's getting his biggest payday of all time. Why wouldn't you negotiate that? It's just insane. Like, you're supposed to make that deal. Let's be real.
Sir, I salute you.
You just told the truth.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
No, you can't.
What's your name, man? Who just said that? What's your name?
That's a.
I'm Phil Walker.
Phil Walker.
Walker.
You got a Twitter? You want Twitter, man?
I do have a Twitter and an IG. I put it in the private chat down low.
For sure. I'll follow you, bro.
Yeah. Put them in it. Yeah. These are. Let me do this super chat. Sorry, Don One. I always keep it. My bad, but the moderators keep me in check. Like they have been. Massively appreciate it. Here we go. Don One, thank you for dropping that quarter of a dub on your girl. Errol said it was strap season. I just laugh every time I hear that because I'm thinking of some next straps. Errol said it was strap season. Errol's lady wears straps. Where's the strap? And we all know what kind of strap she used. She was like, Errol Spence's girl was like,
Listos pelos chingazos! Listos pelos chingazos!
Oh, you better be ready.
Hey, man, Chan. It was always cap season, never strap season.
Oh. Yeah. What? Say that again?
As it was always cap season, never strap season.
I'm gonna throw something out there. I'm just get it messy. Maybe Errol Spence trying to cycle off the juice. That's why he trying to wash that boy out. They say that about Errol Spence. I'm gonna do it like they did Pacquiao. Maybe the man came from a car wreck and he needed some.
Hey, you crazy, man. You.
I'm finna talk real. I think it's a car wreck. Let's think about it now.
I'm just talking the truth. Whoever said the cycling thing is right. You notice how big Errol Spence's nipples are?
Now, besides his nipples, I don't know about his nipples. I know he's a sucker, but I do know after a car crash or I do know
drugs for that.
I'm with you. I do know after a major injury, guys tend to try PEDs out no matter how honorable they seem. We found this out with our own guy, DeAndre Hopkins, which is a notable football player that we thought was outstanding. He was on PEDs. So no one's beyond PEDs. And in order to come back from that car crash, he needed some additional assistance. And I believe that maybe, just maybe, he's trying to not watch Terence Crawford out, but you could tell Zone 6 said this. I think he might be cycling off drugs.
I said that before. He could be on that same thing that what's that kid called? What's that kid from the UK that just got caught cheating? He's probably on that woman's hormone.
Clomiphene.
Yeah, that woman hormone. Did you see? I'm not trying to be, but his nipples are huge. Huge.
Who's Spence's? Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked.
Yeah.
Really. And that could be yeah. Bitch made.
I think the boy owns something.
Maybe that's why he's acting the way how he is too. Like, on the bed with Moses. That could, I mean, I'm dead serious. That could be the way he's acting too, because he's on those female hormones.
Yeah, them PEDs will have you kissing on yellow bees and stuff,
All of that. Yeah.
By the way, could I ask y'all something right quick? This is the question for anybody on the panel. Like, if Bud and Spence, I don't think they're gonna fight now, but let's just say if they fought, who thinks that Bud would knock Spence's teeth out?
It's already knocked out.
Not because they fake. He got fake veneers. So who thinks I think he'll knock out his fake teeth.
I don't know. It's already knocked out. I don't know, but I think Bud will win.
Yeah, I got Bud winning.
I mean, you know what? Can I say something? I really fear Bud. I like in the kind of climate we're in now. I fear for Bud's life if he ever goes to Texas or anything. If this fight does happen, I hope it's in like Las Vegas or something. Not like to say Las Vegas is safe, but those people in Texas are crazy. I guarantee you that half of the people that's in the chat that are these pro Errol Spence fans.
Wait. Phil's from Texas, the one on that's on the panel, and he's the one that's telling the truth as well. He's from Texas.
She's not talking about the handsome one. She's talking about
that guy. But I'm just saying,
not everyone.
Because CHANN, you have to understand. I live in New York. They said that Errol Spence is from New York. Nobody cares about Errol Spence like that. Nobody cares a crap about him. I could tell that the only state that probably cares about him is Texas. And I really fear for Bud. Didn't Bud say he was threatened when he was in Texas the last time? I just hope he be careful because those Spence fans are crazy.
Yeah, play down there. You lot don't play. Where are you from, Phil Walker? Are you from Dallas or are you from Houston or are you from Austin or anywhere different from? That's the only three places I know in Texas.
Yeah, so. No, I'm originally from Beaumont, but I reside in the greater Houston area now.
Okay, cool.
He's from Portsmouth.
I don't know where that. I've never heard of that. Sorry, I only know three places.
Oh
Austin.
Yeah. So but I'm in the greater Houston area now. So, you know, hey, look, man, my thing is this right here, man. You know, I try to look at things from a logical perspective. You know, obviously, I was hoping that Errol Spence was gonna get this fight done, and Zone 6 to tell you, you know, I stayed neutral all the way up until the point to where I had facts to point to who I really thought the fault lied in. When the fight didn't happen and Terence Crawford moved on and the facts came out, I presented them as they laid right in front of me, man. And at the end of the day, I'm not finna sit here and try to debate for the losing side. That just don't make any sense. And as far as I'm concerned, I think Terence Crawford did a lot and put up with a lot to get this fighting done, and it didn't happen, and I don't see the blame being laid in his lap. It's obviously PBC, and some people say it's PBC and Errol Spence. I mean, at the end of the day, they're all representation of one another, and the fight didn't happen. So it is what it is, man. There's nothing that we can do about it. I don't care how much you love Texas and you love your Texas athletes. I mean, you got to point the finger where it lies, and at this point, it's not Terence Crawford's fault, and that's the real.
So
you're one of the minorities. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying it's PBC.
Oh, okay, I know you say they one in the same, so I'm trying.
Well, I mean, you know, people gonna take them as one in the same. So, you know, but I do think Spence wants to fight. But at the same time, I can say he didn't do anything to press the fight forward. He just kind of let Al Heyman do everything. He just was like, hey, I got my part done. I'm cool with my part. Al, you sort that out with Bud Crawford. So I can't say I do think he wants to fight, but at the same time, I don't think he did anything to push the fight forward. And that's just being honest. That's all.
So is it his fault that it didn't happen?
No, it's not. I don't think it's EJ's fault. I definitely think it's Al Heyman and PBC.
So Al Heyman represents him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so he has that's two separate things.
Yeah, I think that is two separate things. And this is why I just explained to you that, people are going to take them one and the same. But I could want to fight and my promoter could block it, because I think, like, I'll give you an example. I think Anthony Joshua wanted to fight against Wilder. I don't think Eddie wanted it to happen. That's just my opinions, obviously. But I think two guys can want to fight each other, but the powers that be can do things to deteriorate that matchup. And I think this is what Al Heyman is doing, because, again, I think the company is failing. And if you lose, if one of your biggest stars loses to Terence Bud Crawford, who's a free agent, your company, who is now failing, it puts it even in a deeper landslide, because now you have no negotiating tools on the table when you go to these investors and say, hey, look, I got this fighter and this fighter. Well, didn't he just lose to Terence Crawford? I want to invest in that guy, the guy who just beat your guy. Why would I invest in your company? And the best athletes aren't with PBC. They're at so-and-so company. So I think Al Heyman is using these guys as bargaining tools, and I don't think he can afford to lose his cash cows at this point, or at least his champions.
What's he holding him for? What the fuck? Would you just want to have it as an ornament on your fucking table? Ain't he there to box?
Right. Yeah, because I know.
I mean, he's holding them obviously because I think he's holding them for the simple fact that he can. Like, I've been giving this example all day, right? So, PBC was able to offer Canelo Alvarez $100 million for 2 fights, right? PBC doesn't have $100 million. They were able to offer Canelo Alvarez that money because investors were willing to get behind Canelo Alvarez. Has nothing to do with the PBC.
But see,
Wally L.M. Reid, because PBC is not a black-owned company anyway. This is my question. 6 white man. So I just hope people know that as well.
I know what Errol Spence could want to do, but does that negate him? Does that negate him from any responsibility? That's what I'm trying to find. I know what you're saying in his spirit, and you saying he wants, but do he bear any responsibility in the fight not happening? That's what I'm asking you.
For me, yes.
I can't say that for sure personally, because, and I'm gonna tell you why I can't say that for sure, because Errol Spence to me hasn't pointed to anything in regards to this fight not happening in my eyes, right? He's satisfied with his end of the deal. He doesn't have any complications with his end of the deal. He's obviously said that he wants to fight the guy. The holdup is the fact that PBC is offering Terence Bud Crawford a bullshit contract, and he has a right to question the wording, opportunities to look at the books. Whatever the situation Terence Crawford has, I think they're treating him unfairly in these contract negotiations and putting up roadblocks. Obviously, PBC represents Errol Spence, and they're going to do good by Errol Spence Jr., right? That's part of their job. So, I mean, at the end of the day, as a representative of PBC, that's Errol Spence being a representative of PBC, I think that his hands are tied. Like, at the end of the day, all he can say is I want the fight. I agree to my end of the deal, and let's see if the fight can happen. He's not going to jump into those negotiations with Al Heyman, because he probably feels like he's going to be overstepping, because he's not a business guy, right? I don't know what his scenario is, but I think if a guy wants to fight a guy and he signs his end of the contract and he agrees to everything, I think that's all he can do. Now, whether I think he can do more or anything, I mean, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I think it's mainly PBC and Al Heyman that does not want this fight to happen because they know that Errol Spence Jr. could potentially lose this fight.
I think
No.
Earl Spence know that too, so I think he
Yeah,
also
he's
like,
going with it. Yeah, me too.
yeah, he knows that too. It ain't just Al Heyman. He knows that too, and he know his representatives are the end all be all. So you're complicit. I mean, you can't say they're not the same when we give him praise for his career and him getting them belts, right? Like PBC and Al Heyman has done a good job with getting him his belts and his accolades and getting his name out there and getting him big fights. So we can't praise him for that and all the pay-per-view numbers that everybody was using against Bud, remember? Like, oh yeah, because he sold a lot of pay-per-views. Okay, cool. So now he gonna take this one too. See, you got to take the whole ruler. See, I don't like when people do that. Don't like all the good shit, and then when it's tough times, now all of a sudden he's so fucking neutral. Well, neutral them goddamn belts out your fucking hand in. How about that? Neutral that shit. It's his fault. He don't want to fight.
Well, I mean, look, coach, this is the thing right here. I've always maintained this stance. Even before this situation occurred, I mean, I'm not the one to sit here and speculate and stuff like that as far as a guy not wanting to fight somebody. Obviously I can tell you this right here. Now let's speak about this. The situation with Keith Thurman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Errol Spence came out, said he doesn't want to fight Keith Thurman. Why is that? Right. So I can sit there and I can speak to that because I know without a fact, for whatever reason, you don't want to fight this man. You understand what I'm saying? But to me, if a guy comes out, says he wants to fight somebody, is actively trying to in negotiations with a guy, and you agree to your end of the deal, and what holds the fight up is the other end of the deal because it's a fucked up deal, then I can't say that he doesn't want the fight. That's all I'm saying. I could just say that the fight didn't happen. But when it comes to somebody like Keith Thurman, then you just come out and say you don't want the fight. Yeah, I think that's a sucker move because if you don't like the guy, you got a problem with the guy. At one point in time, you want to smoke with the guy. What other better time now than to fight him as a WBC mandatory?
Because he'll lie you. That's what I'm saying. So, for instance, he said before that he wanted to fight Keith Thurman. Then Keith Thurman finally just really came out and exposed him and said, hey, dude, I never got a fucking contract from Errol Spence. Everybody was like, whoa. They tried to blow over that because Keith Thurman not hot. But we all heard it. And we was like, whoa, never? That's news. Errol Spence is a liar. He's always been a liar. He lied about everything. He told Crawford on numerous times that he didn't want to fight him because he had to do other stuff before he fight him. So that means you don't want to fight somebody. If you saying I got a caveat before I fight you, that means you got to do something else, and that means you don't want to fight at the particular time. So go get a strap was the first I don't want to fight you. That was he already said it once. These negotiation deals is another I don't want to fight you. Me taking the easy road is another I don't want to fight you. Like, I don't need to see a whole bunch of I don't want to fight yous to say, well, you know what? I think Spence is just PBC. No, it's Spence. They told the man to get rid of Bob Arum because he's a white man and that's what's fucking it all up. But now it's all black boys. It's all black boys now. The OG is black. The two fighters are black. This is a whole black thing. But these niggas still can't get the fight done. I wonder why. I thought it was the white man. I thought we was dealing with Billy Badass from Texas, this strap season that wants to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's who we was dealing with. Man, that dude don't want to fight, man. That's all.
So let me comment to that. I've never heard Errol Spence Jr. come out and say that he didn't want to fight against Terence Crawford.
Yes, he did.
Now, if you hold on, Coach.
No,
I let you cook.
No, you know.
So yeah.
I want to take the easy road. He said, I don't want to fight you.
I just heard you say all of that. I just heard you say it. You don't have to repeat yourself.
Yeah, but don't lie.
I'm not, bro. Let me cook. I didn't interrupt you. Let me do my thing, homie. So this is what I'm saying. I've never heard Errol Spence Jr. come out and say, I don't want to fight Terence Crawford. Okay. Now, if we can remember correctly, both Terence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. were actively at this particular time. They asked them both, what fight do you want next? Neither one of them said, I want Errol Spence or Terence Crawford next. They both said, we want Manny Pacquiao. Okay, so I say that to say this right here. Errol Spence Jr. has always said and remained saying that he wants to fight against Terence Bud Crawford. Now, obviously, we cannot deny that he did put some stipulations into him saying he wants to fight Terence Bud Crawford. I'm not disagreeing with him saying go get a strap. Keith Thurman also told him to go get a strap because when he first came to the division, he was gunning for Keith Thurman first and not Errol Spence Jr. So what I say that to say this. I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't say get a strap. Obviously, he said that. Obviously, he said, hey, I'm going to clean up my side of the street, okay? And then I'll come over there and I'll fight you. He also said, well, Bud, if you want the fight, that's your promoter right there. Tell him to send over the contract, okay? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I've never heard him say, I don't want to fight Terence Bud Crawford. What I heard was he says, hey, I have plans in place right now. I'm going to fight this guy, this guy, this guy, and then I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
Just because
you don't
Bud
want
wants to follow, just because hype low, let me finish. Just because
all
Bud,
right, fucking land the plane, man.
Bro, just because Bud
Because I got something to say to you.
I got you, bro. Just chill. Just because Bud has a particular timeline when he wants something, Errol Spence Jr. also has his own timeline. These guys don't have to jump when one another says to jump. At the end of the day, they're both grown men. They're both have their career paths. And Bud Crawford wanted to fight immediately.
Sum it up.
Bud Crawford wanted to fight immediately, and EJ said, hey, I have other things, other obligations to take care of, but you are in my plans. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so let's ask
hang on. Can I jump in for a second? I just came back to talk to Phil for a second. You want to go first? You want to go first?
Let me do the super chat. Sorry, let me do the super chat. Can I do the super chat?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, let me do the super chat. Shouts out to Ryan Clark in the building.
Good job, Ryan. Ryan, salute us for super chat.
Right, yeah, thank you, Ryan Clark, for dropping that half a dub on your girl. Big ups from the best boxing round table in the world, and I'm repping Texas, and I got Bud by stoppage. Thank you, Ryan Clark. Well, see, Texas is not having what Errol Spence said.
I gotta tell you, Chan, you got the original boxing round table on here right now, which was originated by Zone 6.
Hey, Hyplo,
I became a member of it.
Let me ask you
this was the original round table of boxing that started a whole bunch of shit on here.
Hey, Hyplo, listen.
Yeah, go ahead, Zone. If you want to go first, I respect you. Go ahead.
Question, and y'all can. I want to get the other people engaged.
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I the only one that? Because that's what Phil said. He don't want to hear any.
I kind of want to address what he said, but go ahead, Zone.
You're gonna have it. I just want to ask the question for everybody. Am I the only one that heard Errol Spence say on numerous occasions that he don't want to fight Terence Crawford because he got other shit to do? Am I the only one that heard
No, you're not the only one.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
And here's the thing I wanted to say to Phil. I wanted to say this to you, Phil. Bro, I've been in the chat bigging up you and Zone this whole time. But when you talk fucking reckless and you get out of line, you got to sometimes get that work, brother. And right now you're about to get it because you were not here when all that shit happened that you're talking about. You came later. You're talking about stuff that came on before you were here. So you don't know, like, really, honestly, what you're talking about, my friend.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Hyplo.
I'm talking about you not knowing what you're talking about when it comes to the origin of the Spence Crawford beef and Thurman and all that shit. You were not here.
Who wasn't
we
here?
Were here.
Zone 6. How long have I been on YouTube?
I just want to get the question answered.
No, I'm asking Zone 6. How long have I been on YouTube?
I'm waiting for the question to get
answered. You don't know how long you've been on?
No, I'm asking Zone 6 because he knows.
Why are you asking Zone 6?
No, I'm asking because you said he was the originator of the round table, right?
No, he's the originator of the round table, but I've been on way longer than that.
Okay,
he brought me into that. But
Zone
that's
6.
That.
How long have I been on YouTube, Zone?
I'm trying to get my question answered about Errol Spence ducking.
Okay. Man, I've been on YouTube for a decade, man. Stop playing, man. Let's
Bro,
move
you
on.
were not here when we were talking about Keith Thurman. Hold on. When Keith Thurman was the man in the division and all that shit that you were talking about, Zone and I were in here talking about Keith Thurman and fucking fighting the fights with all the Floyd Mayweather fans, and you were nowhere to be found, motherfucker.
I was though, but that's fine. If that's
you were listening. You were listening.
If that's what you.
All right, Haplo.
Maybe you were listening.
Okay, Hyplo. If that's what you think, that's fine.
No,
let's
what
get
I
to
know.
some actual boxing stuff.
Zone. Was he here when we were talking about this?
I'm not finna go back and forth with you about nothing silly like this, bro.
Let me finish. I jump back on, and I'm fucking tired, bro. It's 2 a.m. where I am right now.
Up, we want to talk boxing.
Okay, great.
Yes,
I'm trying to talk boxing.
Let me just say.
I'm trying to.
Let me just say this right quick. Let me just say this.
Relax.
I'm getting ready to over talk everybody.
Okay, go ahead. No, if Lisa wants to talk.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm getting ready to over talk everybody, except the host. Oh shit.
You forgot it.
Damn it. His name. Your name just escaped me.
Phil Walker.
No, Phil. Yeah. Okay. Phil Walker. Been here a long time, and I'm gonna tell you where I know Phil Walker from. I know Phil Walker from the Charlie Brown show.
Bingo.
Okay. I wasn't a commenter, but I remember you.
Y'all still on here capping.
That's the first show. I was a notorious commenter. I never got on the show. Charlie Brown was the first person that sent me an email and said, I want you to start doing shows with me. This was like in 2013. But whatever. It's all good. We're gonna move on from that. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it.
No, we don't need to move on from that because I've been here for fucking 7 years before that.
And yeah, it doesn't matter. You're muted, Haplo. You're being a troublemaker. Stop. Go back in the chat. Don't get on my nerves. Please don't get on my nerves.
Listen to the question.
Hey, Chan.
Because there's no reason. King Moore in the building. My God, love you, Shelton.
Love you, Chan. I love you, Chan. I love you, Lisa.
Haplo, mute your
Love
mic.
you too, Shelton.
Do not dare interject over this conversation. I do not dare, Haplo. Don't you dare. Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to ask you, Chan, were some things cleared up for you last night? I mean, everything he said is basically what we've been saying for the past, 18 months?
2 years, furthermore.
I mean, like I always say, man, Ray Charles can see what's going on. PBC, what's the guy's name? Heyman. Heyman wanted the Thurman fight.
He always did, didn't he?
He always wanted this guy to fight Thurman. I have always stated, Lisa can verify, Haplo, AJ, everybody can verify. Errol Spence is not afraid.
He'll pull up like
Errol Spence is not afraid to fight Terence Crawford.
Oh, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Oh, yes, he is.
Errol Spence isn't afraid to fight anyone.
He's scared, bro.
Errol Spence, listen, let me finish.
Yeah.
Errol Spence's people do not want this fight.
Neither does Errol Spence.
Neither does he.
I think that he's under contract and he does what they tell him to do. All that my own bullshit.
Wrong. He's not under contract. He's scared.
No, let me finish, bro. He's under contract. He's never been his own boss. I've always said he's gonna fight whoever Heyman tells him to fight. That's what he does. He told you, he sat in cap and told you he would never, ever, 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 ever fight Keith Thurman. What's he getting ready to do?
It sounds like he's about to fight Keith Thurman.
So, look, man. I'll say this, I don't believe any. This is me. I'm finna shut up. I don't believe any top level fighter is afraid to fight another fighter. These guys have been fighting their whole lives. They're not afraid of each other.
Why did Tyson say he was always scared walking into the ring then?
Well, Ali was scared. He said that fear makes you sharp. But what I'm saying is,
fear makes you sharp.
but
All
what I'm
fighters
saying
are
is,
scared. This
what I'm
idea that
saying
no
is,
fighter's ever
they're not
scared is
afraid
bullshit.
but they fucking overcome their fear and get in the ring. That's what they've been doing their whole lives. He's not
Yes,
afraid to
but
fight.
that doesn't mean you're not scared.
He's not
It's the
afraid
hero
to
and the
fight the
fucking
guy.
coward.
His
That
people
custom motto
don't want
type,
him to
bro.
fight the guy. That's what
Come
it
on,
is.
Shelton.
That's
Don't
why they
tell
keep
me no
putting
fighter's
roadblocks.
ever
Errol
scared.
Spence doesn't write contracts, people. Errol Spence doesn't make demands. Fucking Heyman does that. His people do not want Crawford to come over to PBC, snatch them belts, and bounce.
And
that's the whole holdup.
Neither does Spence, though. See,
Bingo. I'm with you, my brother. That's what I believe it is myself. That's just my
Wait,
opinion.
fucking
I
Zone was
agree with
about
you.
to say something. Shut up, Phil.
Go ahead.
Come on, Hype Flow, man. You got to chill with that stuff, bro. Like you
Bro,
really
you've been on some bullshit
overstepping,
tonight.
fam. Like ain't
You've
nobody
been
disrespecting you,
on
bro.
some
Just
bullshit.
because we disagree, we ain't got to disrespect each other, bro. We
Nah,
need
but
to chill.
if you're on some
Chan,
bullshit,
can
I'm
you
gonna
check him,
tell you.
please? Please, can you check him? Can you check him?
Yeah. Haplo.
She likes Phil because he wears a nice little coat.
No, you're getting on my nerves now. You absolutely are. You are getting. It's not funny because you did this the other day on the other live. Stop.
Oh, that's why Hype Low. Oh, that's why you be mad. Okay.
Yeah, I checked you the other day when you did this the other day, and you said my bad. Now you're coming again with the energy.
It's always my bad, but I mean, I am who I am.
I don't give a fuck. You be who you are. Yeah, that's right. Off, because you know I'm gonna fucking switch. Be who you are over there. When you're over here, you have come with fucking manners. I don't care about no. I am who I am. Thingy. Don't do it. You've done it twice in a row. It's pissing me off. Don't disrespect people and tell them to shut the fuck up and all that. You did this the other day, being a dick. Stay in the chat. Don't come back on the panel. Stay there. Fucking getting on my nerves.
Not them nerves, girl.
What, man?
But listen, I'm saying, partner, what's your name, OG? So I can get your name right.
My name is Shelton, brother.
Okay, brother Shelton. I can agree with that if we was in the 90s or the 80s or the 70s or the 50s or the 1800s where guys had to do this. These guys are scared, bro. I know they look like heroes and all that kind of shit. These guys don't graduate from high school. These guys don't have that kind of education. These guys are fearful of losing their O. Everybody thinks they're Mayweather. Everybody thinks that the O is the most precious thing. So yes, they are fearful of losing because they think they're going to be tossed to the side. And most of them are tossed to the side because they never figure out how to take a loss and bounce back. So these guys usually get this one and done attitude. They lose one or two fights, especially if it's a stoppage, and you kind of never hardly hear from them again. Like Mike Jones, like whatever happened to that guy? You understand? Whatever happened to Amir Munn? You don't hear from these guys again. So they have fear. They not these warriors like we like to believe.
I'm not discounting what you're saying, but what I'm saying is we talk about two different things.
Okay.
Being afraid to lose your O is one thing, and I agree with you.
Okay.
But being afraid of another man to get in the ring and fight another man, I don't believe that. I boxed for 7 years. You overcome your fear, you get in that ring and you do what you got to do.
But see,
I don't believe any top level fighter is afraid to fight another fighter.
You could say that.
I believe that business gets in the way.
A lot of people
it's the people you owe, the people that you are tied to, get in the way.
Man.
But I don't believe these guys are afraid of each other. You can't make me believe that.
You saying that, and you could talk that talk. I have to look in your eyes. See, that's something you could talk on that panel of these women, but I don't know. See, I'm not close enough to know what you fear. You can say you ain't fear this and fear that. I don't know. I ain't seen you, but I don't seen dudes fold on the real pressure because I've been deployed. So I hear what you saying out your mouth on this panel when you're smoking your cigar, but I know what fear look like, and dudes do have fear. That I believe that with all my heart. He's afraid of Terence Crawford. That's straight up what it is.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, that's my.
But just to rebut what you were saying, I'm a combat veteran. I fought in Somalia.
Oh, what branch?
I fought in Lebanon.
What branch?
I was in the Army.
When you served?
Infantry, 11 Bravo.
When did you serve?
I served from 1983 to 1990.
Okay, so you did 7 years. Okay.
Yes, sir. So I understand people do have fear. but you overcome your fear and you do what you got to do.
No, that's not true. Errol Spence ain't overcoming.
That's what I did because I was scared shitless when them bullets was flying over my head.
So
but I didn't run.
Okay,
I didn't run.
If Errol Spence is so fearless, why don't we have the Terence Crawford fight? You said he negotiating, he don't do that. Why don't you make it a point, because it's your career, it's your life, to put pressure on Al Heyman, who's supposed to be employed by you, unless you're employed by him. But what we've been told is you your own boss, and that Al Heyman is looking out for the best interest of the fighter. Now,
did you not hear what I said, brother?
I'm speaking.
I said that own boss shit is bullshit. He's never been his own boss. He's gonna fight whoever Heyman tells him to fight.
Understand that, but that doesn't negate from the fact that you can insert yourself and put yourself in position to demand something. That can happen. That's not a thing. Oh, he don't negotiate contracts, so he can't.
Not if he works for him, he can't.
Okay, this the bottom line. We can do all this talking. Everybody can upload all the videos. The fight ain't happening, and it's Errol Spence's fault. That's the bottom line. The dude Crawford, who we talking about, he's been undisputed. He's cleaned out divisions. He do what he do. He fights on time. We like what he doing. It's the dude that's all question.
Brother, you talking to the president of the Bud Crawford fan club.
Well, we understand that. I'm just letting you.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I stand. Yeah, you got to know where I stand. I ain't asking you where you stand. I'm telling you where I stand. That's what I'm telling you. So he do have fear. All this notion that he don't have fear, that's bullshit. He ain't fearless because he won't fight this guy. He was fearless at the beginning when they say he black Mayweather eye in practice and spar. Where the energy at now? Since he's so fearless, where all the strap season at? I can take the lowest amount. I don't care. I'll go over the where the strap season talk at now? Where the tough talk at now? I keep asking y'all that, and y'all can't find nothing. Y'all keep tying behind Al Heyman's skirt. Oh, he's not a business guy. He's not this. He wasn't saying that shit when he was talking strap season. Come on, man. Y'all boy making excuses, bro.
What just happened? Order. I'm gonna need
yeah. I mean, you know, look, bro. At the end of the day, honestly, I agree with you on the premises of why that the fight isn't happening. Right. I'm not gonna negate that, but I'm in agreement with Mr. Sheldon that I don't think Errol Spence is scared to get in the ring with Terence Boyd Crawford. So, and I'm gonna maintain that. And I've always said that about all fighters. It has nothing to do with these two particular fighters. So, these guys are professionals. That's what they do. They fight, and it is what it is.
I like the
that man's entitled to his opinion. You know, that's what makes America great.
Right.
You can have your own opinion.
You're entitled to your opinion. You right, like your opinion is your opinion because it's yours.
Exactly. That's all it is. And that's all
believe you. You need more people.
And I don't think it's more than that. It's just an opinion. That's all it is.
But you is I want the tough talk from 13, 14, 15. That's what y'all failing to realize. I want that. Where that's at. Y'all keep skipping over that for some reason. Y'all he docile. What happened to strap season? He knocking the folks down. See,
no, I mean, you want to? I mean, we can pull up numerous videos when he's saying, I said, I'm gonna stop Terence Crawford. Like, come on, man, you didn't see the videos, bro.
Jim,
like you didn't see the videos when he said, I'm gonna stop Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Then even the video that people like to reference when they was at that fight, he said, when I stop you, they gonna say you was too small. So I mean, look, bro. At the end of the day, like I said, we can agree to disagree. I have my reasons why I think the fight isn't happening. You have your reasons why the fight isn't happening, and the only thing that we can agree on that the fight is, only thing that we have for sure is that the fight isn't happening. And you think it's Errol Spence's fault, and I think it's PBC's fault. So, like I said, we can agree to disagree on whose fault it is, but at the end of the day, it's not happening. And Terence Crawford has moved on, and I agree with him moving on. At the end of the day, he's supposed to move on. I think he's doing what he should do, and I believe he put blood, sweat, and tears into making this fight happen. It just didn't pan out for him.
Errol Spence a sucker. There ain't no way around that. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but y'all was loving it when he was talking that big shit. Now he don't fold it, so that's it. Y'all can make excuses, try to blame Al Haymon. You know, PBC and Al Haymon and Errol Spence is all one of the same. Now we want to separate it. But when he was getting the glory, it was Al Haymon this. Now we trying to weasel Errol Spence out the back door because that pressure on him. But it's all
man, Al Haymon ain't no better than nobody else. Al Haymon is Don King reincarnated. What are you talking about?
I don't think the fight gonna. I don't.
He doing the same shit Don did. Pay him low, give him a low guarantee.
Yeah, but Sheldon, Don King
end,
used to be like way out in front.
I don't think we see the fight. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we see the fight because Spence don't want to fight. That's what I'm saying.
Haymon is not out there like I'm sorry, like Don King was.
He ain't nowhere
near the videos dancing, bro. Shelton,
but he's
not in all the videos
using the same playbook, Haplo. He's using the Don King playbook.
Haplo's getting on my fucking nerves. You're really getting on my fucking nerves. You're getting on my fucking, you're making me wanting to lose my temper. You're making me, yeah, you are. Come off, bruv. Yeah. You're getting on my fucking nerves. No. Look at my face.
But Chan, I haven't heard from you or Lise.
Yeah,
what did you guys think? What did you guys think of what he said last night? What did you think of what he said last night?
He's scared too.
Fuck, fam. Because that blow's just got on my fucking nerves.
Ain't Errol Spence scared?
In my opinion, Errol Spence is scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mr. Baconsdale, go suck your mama. I just haven't blocked you because you can stay here because you add to watch time hours. You know, you don't like it here, but you're here.
Yeah, if you don't like what's going on, turn the channel. That's what everybody else does. Leave. Bye.
You said you'll let that one, what I said, slide. What, how your mother slides down the pole? Like that type of slide. That's the only slide you know. When you see your fucking dusty mum sliding up and down a pole, leaving pussy juices on poles. Suck your bumper clot, mama.
God damn.
No. Fucking idiot. These people must think I got tired. I just like to be happy. I don't know, people try to draw you out and then they draw you out and then they're like, oh, you're bad. Go suck your blood clot, people.
Well, you got her going now. You got her going now.
Because Hap just propelled this attitude that you just disbalance everything for no reason. Because this is the second show that you did this. Just being a dick as well. If you can't respect the fucking order, you don't run my show, Haplo. You don't run it. If you don't like it, you don't come here as well. I'm not having it. You don't run shit. Okay? Okay. If you think that you can come around here and disrespect and think you can overrun my show, you can't. You know this about me. That's why you jumped off the panel. Don't come back on. Pissed off. Shouts out. Shouts out Adrian Molina for
I wonder if
dropping
that's ever got him hit. I wonder if he's ever got punched in the mouth.
Can you not overtake me? I'll just finish off the super chat. Thank you, Adrian Molina, for dropping that quarter of a dub on your girl. Showing love. What's your name and what country are you from? God. Shan. Lady Shan. Says my name on the show.
Go Stros. Go Astros.
Yes, my name's Lady Shan. I'm from England.
Ooh, England. Hey, I'm finna eat this crab raw, man. It's been fun.
Sorry, I'm just and it's not even to you, Adrian Molina. Thank you for the donation. But you know when people just try to disrupt your whole fucking thing, yeah, it's pissing me off. Yeah, people don't come and disrespect me around there. I'll take them things serious because you get me. You don't think you can fly in there because your flight details is public information. Get you beaten up at the fucking airport. Yeah, thank you. No, not Alpha King. Yeah. Fucking. Do you see how people just really want to fuck up your vibe? Just anyway, Spence is a duck. that's where I think Spence is a duck. He don't want the fight. And yeah, Mal, you know what it is. Yeah, Mal, you know what it is. Spence don't want the fight. Like I said, I've listed so many reasons. You're gonna hide behind Al Heyman. And then, do you know what? He had the cheek the other day to come out about a week ago. So, see, I told y'all it was him that was holding up the fight. Dickhead. Spence is a dick. Stop saying that you're half Jamaican. It's pissing me off as well. We're not cut from that type of cloth. My alt. Is it me? Yeah, so I don't know where you learnt that style and pussy old pattern from. But Shelton, I believe some fighters do get wary. I believe some fighters don't think they can win the fight. And they get, I believe that he's nervous, he's scared, he don't want to fight, bud. Listen, if a fighter wants to fight, they fight, fam. It takes two fighters to make a fight. Bud is always he's done everything he's gone above and beyond to make that fight. Spence is hiding behind Al Heyman's apron.
Well, you know me, I guess I'm the old guy that kicked the young kids off the grass, but I just don't believe none of these dudes today even cut like that. Crawford is a throwback. Porter was a throwback. These other dudes, they're not really cut like that. They're trying to get the biggest reward for the least amount of risk. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Sorry, Adrian. Yeah. But Adrian, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But yeah, shouts out to you for coming through, and you're more than welcome to always come through. He's laughing at me. I was like, yeah, well, damn. Yeah. I just know, Shelton, I just don't lady. Sounds. Your new name is Lady Six in the building. Zone, you know how I stay. AJ, you know how I say. AJ, oh yeah, AJ, you wanted to say something. Go ahead, AJ. And this is what I'm saying. You know, when I'm in this mood, don't interrupt either. I can't be interrupted.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, go ahead, AJ.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, go on. Both of you, go ahead. Fuck it.
No, I was just gonna say, still doing the other live tonight?
Yeah, I got fall it back. So guys, we've got 20 more minutes, 15 more minutes on this show. I want you lot to just get your bars off. Everyone get their bars
Chan,
off.
do you ever get any sleep? Do you sleep, Chan?
You know I don't. Not much. When I do, it's on the bad times, or when I should be fucking awake. But like, this is what I have to tell these bitches, these aerosexuals, that I'm a boss. So I'm self-employed. So I work for myself. So if I want to sleep, I sleep. If I want to be awake, I be awake. You know, it's whatever I want to do. So these two-figure niggas that think they can jump on this channel and think they've got something to say to me, you know, while their mum's sliding up and down poles, leaving fucking scents everywhere for other dogs to smell her out and impregnate her and make fucking more Mr. Barkinsides or Barksdale. It's not going to work. You're not a boss. You're not a boss. You're not a boss. Look, you're coming down with your dead. Yeah. Anyway, so now you can leave the build Dizzin. Yeah, because that was right. That was lame. At least if you're going to come back with a rebuttal, come back with something better. And your mum said nothing because she always had cocks in her mouth. We never heard what your mum had to say. Cocks and cum.
Damn, Chan, like that?
Yeah, he's blocked now. Yeah, he's blocked. He's blocked. I haven't got time for these people. Yeah, these are what they're. This is what the Errol sexuals bring. This is what they do. Phil Walker. This is what they do. State of Texas. This is what you lot are doing. Phil Walker.
Hey, look. Hey, look. Let me tell you something, man. Look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. So, look, I'm gonna get my bars off real quick. Look, at the end of the day, first of all, I want to say thank you for allowing me on the channel. I need to start getting back in the groove of speaking on panels and stuff again. So I appreciate this was good. This was nice. I was on another channel earlier, so making my rounds. Good conversation. I like that we could have a conversation, agree on things, disagree on things, and just a real good vibe. And every now and again, LadyChann, I know somebody gonna piss you off. You're gonna have to do your thing. So it's always entertaining. But at the end of the day, I think that Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. Not making this fight in a way it hurts boxing. But I'm happy that Bud is moving on to better things. He's not concerned about what Errol Spence is doing. He's getting his bag. And like he's always said, I don't need Errol Spence for my legacy. I mean, he is pound for pound, and most people pound for pound. If he's not number one, he's number two. He's one of the best in the world, and he's handling his business as a professional, like he's always done his whole entire career. So I don't have a problem with Bud Crawford. I love him. He's a wonderful fighter. I just wish this fight could have happened. Errol Spence Jr., I must say, I'm a little disappointed in you, brother. You're making the state look real flawed right now. So you need to step your game up, homie. You know what I'm saying? The only way you can rebound from this is if you fight Bud. That's real. Nobody else is good enough, okay? So make the Bud Crawford fight, okay? Let's really see who's the best in the division, and then we can kill all this conversation right here. So I appreciate you allowing me to come on the channel, man. Shout out to everybody who was on the panel, Coach K, Mr. Sheldon.
You've got your channel. Do you want to shout out where people can find you as well?
Oh, y'all can just find me on y'all can go to my IG. I do have a channel, but I haven't uploaded in a while. But go to my IG. I'm gonna start putting all my videos on there. It's the Fix THAA_FIX. So y'all holler at me. Lady Chan, I appreciate you allowing me on. Thank you. I love you.
More than welcome. Love you right back, brother. Shouts out to Phil Walker in the building. Hey, King Barton. All right, you want to wrap it up, King Shelton Moore? And wrap it up with Lisa Bales. Wrap it up with AJ, because I've absolutely...
Thanks for having me, Chan. You know how we do. Love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. I want my knife.
Thank you, King Shelton Moore in the building. Love you too, Shell.
All right, peace. Yeah,
we got another live to be on. You go ahead, Lisa Bales in the building, or AJ all day, because we got other places to be. Bars. Go ahead.
After you, Lisa.
No, I'm trying to make some coffee right now. Yeah, thanks for having me, Lady Chan. Great live as always. I'm just trying to make this coffee. My bad. All right, go ahead, AJ.
Guess I'll close it out. Appreciate you, Chan, having me on as always. Peace, love, and chicken grease. I holla.
Holla, people, you know. All right. Right, so shouts out to everybody that was on the panel. Zone 6 in the building. Yeah. Zone, hang on, absolutely. Zone, have you got let me see. Zone hang on. Let me find you, Zone. Oh yeah, you are. I was just checking if you had the wrench. Zone 6 in the building. You can find Zone 6 at his channel. Zone, are you on Instagram? Are you on Twitter, Zone 6? Zone 6. Find him on Twitter. I'm sure he's on Twitter. I would assume. I don't know. But you definitely got your boxing channel. Zone 6 in the building. Thank you for sharing this, for people that shared this as well. Thank you, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. New Media Today, USA Boxing. Lisa Bells, all day, Sister Bells, love you. Thank you for joining me in the building. AJ all day, thank you for joining me in the building. Who else was on the panel? King Shelton Moore in the building. Who else came on? Damn that, yeah. You know when you blow a head gasket, you're like, ooh. Oh yeah, Haplo. Okay, so that's me casting the spells that you've actually got some manners now, Haplo. Love you, and don't come back and do that stupidness again in the building. El primero. Round of applause for Hap. We had Major Key Boxing in the building. We had him as well. Thank you, Major. And so let me call out the members to say thank you. Oh yeah, we got ERF. Thank you for being a new member in the building. So I am going to call out Modern King Boxing in the building. Jimmy McClenley in the building. Ringside Reporter Live in the building. King of King Boxing in the building. Lisa Bell's in the building, and Stephen T in the building, and Mark Niggity Nash in the building, and Donald Biggity Banks. Oh yeah, thank you for calling in, Donald Banks in the building. New Media Today, USA Boxing, AJ All Day, Charlo in the building. TJ in the building. Haplo el primero en el edificio. Ya tú sabes, in the building. Dr. P in the building. Devil Beats in the building. Arlette in the building. D-Star Boxing in the building. Dub Brightside in the building. Slim Boxing Commentary in the building. Hector Garcia, mi esposo número uno, in the building. Mark in the building. Ricky Ricardo, saludos in the building. ERF, our newest member in the building. Guys, it's been amazing. I'd like to say, rolling with the punches, thank you very much for coming through. Adrian Molina, thank you for the super chat as well. All my super chat, massive and crew. This soundboard's doing its own thing. I'm not absolutely pressing those on purpose. Miss T was in the building, and Unksy was in the building, and Jason Moji made it over here. I blame Coach for that. In the building, Arlette in the building, Con Shaunery in the building, Dr. P in the building, Alpha King in the building, Thunder Road in the building. Who else have we got? TJ, King TJ in the building. Schoolo X-Man in the building. Champ Ross in the building. Milton Jeff in the building. Stephen Billion in the building. Milton Jeff in the building. We already said that. L Harvey, what up, down in the building. Who else is in it? Alpha King in the building. Lee Hall in the building. Yeah, who else was in the building? You know, sometimes you got to say it normal in the building. It actually feels weird for me to say building. Like, that just sounds boring. It has to be building. Who else was in the building? Fight Fan 30 in the building. Dollar Alcos in the build. Dollar Alcos in the building. Who else was in the building? R West in the building. D-Ray in the building. Yeah. Who else was in the building? William Rogers in the building. Who else was in the building? Yeah, there was a few of you in the building. Big True Chosen in the building. I'm probably calling out trolls as well, but, you know, I didn't see all you lot, so I didn't read all of the chat. Ronell and Uncle David Opinion in the building. Some of you lot's names are crazy. There's so many of you guys. Thank you for the super chat. Ryan Clark for the super chat. Adrian for the super chat. Al Money for the super chat. Al Money as well. My guy, Al Money. I don't think Knockdown 305 is here, but that shouts out to Knockdown. Candice Moody in the building as well. Candice Foodie, thank you for the super chat. Foodie in the building. Candy Slim 501 in the building. Yeah, man, there was all of you guys. I literally can't even read out all of you lot. I've got to be somewhere else. Devil Beats, there you are. My guy in the building. Yeah, it's a cold winter in the building. Loke in the building. Yeah, man, you lot was all in the fucking building. Yeah, massively appreciated. Yeah, so who else? Did we have anybody else that called through? Arlette. Who else called in? Just Arlette. Who else called in? Arlette and a couple others. I think I've already said your names, haven't I? I think I have. But shouts out to you guys. Lalo in the building. Anyway, so... You know how I sign out here? This is what I've got to even fast forward this bit. You know, we come here, we only deal with the truth and nothing but the truth. So help me, motherfucking God. Where is it? Where's the truth? Because I need the truth right now. I need a shot of Jack Daniels right now, to be fair. Fuck, you know.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Enough of them can't, boy, but knowledge is key.
Knowledge is key.
So it gone.
So if it gone, not bother say nothing because nothing not got gone. Lock off your eyes, cost me, make you calm.
Them not like me, some me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Worst raised man, wanna inform up, bun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's floppy fly.
I know you heterosexuals, we dash you and away. You're trash. can't come round over and thinking that you can disrespect this bitch. I'm that bitch. I'm the female Svengali. Just you're gonna have to ask about me. Google me. Try it. It's easy. Google.
It's hype, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and your mic to pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, now let's go get Bulgari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
That's right, and you're different. You come here with any disrespect, chat shit, don't know your boxing.
Shut your bitch ass up!
Because we always ready. Listo para los chingazos. Si ya tú sabes.
Listos para los chingazos. Listos para los chingazos.
So anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann if you want to join the membership. It's you know how to do it. Go on the main page, click members. We're doing a members live now, absolutely. Done them season merchandise. Catch me at Instagram and Twitter at LadyChann. Yeah, that's why we rock. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann rep nonetheless. Come box with Chan. Gian, LadyChann has left the building. Fucking hell, you lot have given me like I think I've aged about 10 years from this live. Gian, LadyChann. Fight.
Fight!